Testing, testing. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. My name is M333. I am your TO for the night. Today we have our last tournament of May. Obviously, it's the last day of May. This is Tekken 8 tonight. And with me in the booth, I have Brickman and Kuomoko. How are you guys doing tonight?
Yo,
Hello,
hi.
hello, hello.
Doing great. Sorry, go
And
ahead.
no, you're fine. Honestly, I was like, I hadn't even think to ask. Like, did you want to start us off first? Well, guess what? We gonna start it off together. Ladies and gents, boys and girls across the world, it is not only the guy with good rhymes and good vibes, but I'm joined by a guy who carries a brick all the time. It's Cool Moko time and Brickman time. How y'all doing today, ladies and gents?
I'm doing good. And yeah, I got that thing on me, so I'm ready to go. We got some good ass Tekken on dock tonight. I'm looking forward to all of it, man. Combo Breaker got me kind of hyped to go back into everything, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody's going to bring out tonight.
Oh man, yeah, Combo Breaker is definitely giving people like a different aspect and a different way to look at Tekken for sure. I think a lot of people are going to be trying to get back onto this game, especially after the reveals of Karam and so anticipatingly Armor King as well. Everyone's looking forward to this new season and some of these changes. I know for sure. I am,
Oh,
and you are.
man, Armor King, that's my guy from 7, man. Tell you, I didn't understand how to play Tekken until I picked him up in 7. I'm just like, oh, so this is why Tekken is fun. I get to do Electric Wind Gods from full screen and then launch people because they whiffed a jab. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
I'll play this character and I can command grab. What's not to love? And now you finally get to do that in 8, and it's gonna be a hoot, if you will. It's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
It just meshes well together. I think what makes it really dope is that you have a character that just like how do I say it? He just fits you. You know what I mean? You pick him up. It's like a basketball. It's like I am comfortable holding this ball in my hands. I am comfortable maneuvering the basketball to not only go in the hoop, but dribble it through the legs, cross somebody up. That's how it feels picking up a character that you just saw and was like, yeah, I could play this game now. It takes a minute to find that in Tekken too, so it's not easy by any means.
Yeah, I think it was like when I did my first Shining Wizard with the guy. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's all coming together. And then it's going to happen here at 8, when I'm going to have this new movement system. I'm going to pick up Armored King in this one. Going to do his Shining Wizard. I'm just like, oh yeah, we're back in here. Let's
my
go.
my man said, I'm gonna hit the cronk real quick. No lever being pulled.
Yep,
Oh man, yeah,
got to do it to him.
I love this game. I love what this. I love the community whenever we're not complaining about a game. But I will say though, I will say this now. The only thing we can never ever complain about is the match arena. Ladies and gents, we do have a match arena. Thank you all for coming into the stream. If you're finally tuning in here, 4 viewers in the chat right now. If you need to understand something, match arenas super duper important. You can't go to a single fighting game stream without that being, the important thing you see. Exclamation mark, match Reno. Grab yourself a code or two. The prize pool is currently at $100 unless I'm being lied to. Because right now we got Dead Black 650 and Fujin Uchiha number 2 coming up to the screen to play some good old fashioned Tekken. And we didn't even get to the people within the bracket tonight, by the way. Like, there's a couple of names that we've seen, but none of them have come up to the plate until now.
Yep, and like you said, first one, LighScrap and Kurai, or sorry, Death Black and Fuji. I was looking at the wrong screen there for a second. Now, these are going to be completely new players to me, because I haven't seen this scene yet.
Right, same here,
But
same
man,
here.
that's kind of what's exciting about this, is because you might see some play styles you haven't seen before, and it's going to open up your eyes to a few different ways to play this game, because you think you kind of know everything, then you get into one match, and it's like, oh, people play this character, like, in case in point, Shaheen. People kind of forget he's in this game, but then you see what he does, and it's like, oh, hold on, he's pretty cool. He's pretty clean
Yep.
with it.
Very, very clean with it, but not as clean as this gameplay that we're about to be seeing here, if we can see it at some point, because I hear noises.
Mm.
Uh, Mia.
Yeah,
We
right now
can't see the game.
we got a black screen right now. Kind of looking at the stream right now. It's pretty tied up. Saw blocked hop kick. Oh, but Snake Edge dropping the combo there. Death Black is. He's got the. Oh no, just got a little wind fist there. Doesn't get the wall carry that he needs, though. Both players still have heat, but sometimes you just get a raw throw on wake up, and you know what? It works.
Yep, it definitely works. Sometimes you just gotta do stuff like that for that to really mean something. Just especially as that Zen kick from Fujin right there, trying to get something started here, just kind of throwing a lot of buttons out, and it's understandable, especially when you don't really know what to do against a character like Shaheen. But Dead Black is playing him pretty solidly, doing a pretty good job at just keeping things simple. But unfortunately, big launch right there for Fujin is gonna put us at the wall here pretty shortly.
And then there's no throw. You gotta go for throw in this.
It'd be like that sometimes. And now we're seeing our live footage here, getting back into the thick of things. Back forward 2-1-2 from Fujin here. Dead Black opting to keep it simple with the jazz, which is not a bad choice at all, not in the slightest bit.
And we saw there, unfortunately, go for too many jabs there. You can do a little sway back, go underneath it, which is what Fujin did. Both players activating their heat here, I think, for the first time in this set. Going right back to back with it. Now you got the pressure here from the Jin. He goes for the tracking high. Gonna take round 3 there, up 2-1.
And that is also a power crush, by the way. That is the most insane part to me. He has that out of stance, and it's a power crush, and it hits high, which means you could duck it and evade it, but if you get hit by it, that's a different story.
Man, it stops jabs, it stops it stops steps, hits high, does your taxes, does everything for you.
Exactly.
It does everything.
The mortgage is non-existent with this character known as Jin Kazama, who is still putting in the pressure on Shaheen, attacking the shins as much as possible. Dead Black unable to just block or avoid any of these hits, taking their time, slowly whittle away at that health bar. The Rage Art has been sent, and it will be punished with the can, Dr. Pepper, no Sprite.
Oh, sir. Man, I can go for a Sprite. That sounds pretty good right now, actually.
I have one right next to me, my friend. This is the battery acid.
Then you're prepared.
I'm definitely prepared. Look, you go to McDonald's, you get this, and you talk about some, man, I am ready for the day. That's called refreshment. Alright, refreshment.
That McDonald's Sprite, I tell you what, I once dropped my phone in it, started charging, don't know what happened.
Man, look, I dropped my phone, and look, not even my phone. I dropped my PS4 controller in some McDonald's battery acid. That thing started charging up to 100%. He said he was ready.
Well, I'll tell you who is ready right now. Fujin getting Death Black up to the wall again here, forcing the heat, and then just the Rising 4.
Yep, that's all it took. All he wrote to sign, seal, deliver the round 1 victory. Starting us off with the double chamber punch known as forward 1+2. Quick, not even quick, relatively fast. Hits high and locks you in place. Dead Black finally getting some started here, just kind of giving Fujin no room to breathe, but backs away, gets caught by the down back 4-3 on counter hit, and we're at the wall with no resources in sight. It's time for Fujin to either pick up the heat or do something else, which we're starting with right now.
Ooh, going over there, staying on the ground, delaying the wake up, but doesn't take his turn back, and then just a little dive kick there. Okay, but just a nice little low there to stop the step there, and Death Black gets around back on the board there. He just had to find a way to get his turn going there, and I was kind of worried when he popped that heat at the round start. Maybe he wasn't going to allow himself to have enough tools at the end, but finding a way. And now Death Black doing a good job of keeping his turn going there, getting Fujin with the mid. He's at the wall now. Oh, but you got to break them throws.
Yep, that's 1+2 break if you're not too sure. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because look, the commentators sometimes don't break the throws. I mean, it is what it is. You can't break all of them. You cannot break all of them.
I tell you what, I'm a king player. You know I don't break throws.
See, you get it. You get it, Brick.
Oh yeah, trust me, I get it. I lose half my rounds because I can't break throws. Okay, Fujin turning the tables, putting Death Black up against the wall here, and now it's set point here for Fujin, because I'm assuming it is first to 2.
Yeah, it's going to be first to 2 all the way up to the loser semi and winners finals. We're going to be heading up there in just a few more moments, giving you guys a nice, wonderful tour through the pools here with another Zen 3+4 immediately after Fujin here. Fujin with a nice parry, but nothing to capitalize for it. Whiffing a couple of strings right there, still keeping Death Black at that wall, which is good enough for Fujin to keep that offense onslaught, and then locks them in place with a down forward 4, and we're moving on in the winner's side.
Man, absolutely smothered him at the wall. Like, just covered it in gravy, served with the side of freshly roasted vegetables, and called it a day, man.
Hey, it'd be like that sometimes. I mean, gravy on some potatoes don't sound too bad, actually. That sounds kind of nice. I just had me a couple of chicken nuggets. I should have got some gravy.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit.
Gotta have a little bit. You gotta have a little bit. That's not wrong at all.
Congratulations there to Fujin, just absolutely putting on a good showcase of what it's like to play offense in this game. You just gotta keep your turn. Yeah, get your turn. Don't let up. You gotta keep pressing buttons, you gotta force them to kind of press buttons in return. That's how you get your turn back in this game.
Yeah, and you did notice that Death was this seemingly just a little bit unfamiliar with the game, right? We've seen the rank difference, which some people do tend to look at. Let's be really honest here for a second. But we mean that in a nice way, of course. You want to know why? Because it takes time to get used to the game and speed. The game speed that is Tekken 8, completely different, off the rails, all in your face. You have different mechanics such as heat burst, heat dash, heat smash, and then every character has an install too. They got a lot of different things to work with in 8. So early on, and not to mention, you're also on stream. The nerves hit. It does not matter. Offline, online, in your dreams, you're still facing those nerves, man. The nerves will always, always exist anywhere you go in any tournament. So I understand that it may have been a little bit scary, but you stuck it out. And I always say this: you get around, that's enough.
Yep.
You didn't go out no round brown.
Yep. You just gotta look at what you did right in those particular rounds, focus on that, and keep going.
Yep.
But speaking of keeping going, we're going to go on to our next match. But before that, we got a couple of announcements as we're seeing here on screen. I believe this, we'll go for the next one here. We got our XFF schedule coming up here.
Ooh.
We got our June lineup. And right now, we got, as you can see here on screen, it's going to be one-shot showdowns. Basically, all games here in June are going to be one-shots. So get in there, speedrun your opponents, you move on. That's how it be. And our first one scheduled here, as you can see, Soul Calibur 6. Once again, the stage of history, June 7th. I believe that's going to be the one-shot. It's going to be PlayStation, NA region only. $100 prize pool plus the Matcherino, which, by the way, exclamation point Matcherino. Everybody can contribute to that for free. Takes like 5 seconds of your time. You gotta make it a little bit more challenging on our competitors here. Maybe make it a little bit more stressful. Maybe an extra drop of sweat or two on the side.
Yeah, snatch their controller out of their hands and say, "I'm the better player. I'm that guy. You don't need to be here." Well, I'll tell you who does need to be here though. LemusAlexander, good Eddie player, going up against Ashen on the arena here. And I've seen that name Ashen before. They played a couple of online tournaments. Can't remember every singular one under the sun. But Lemus, scary Eddie player, unfortunately getting punished with the big hell sweep low right there. And now it is time for Ashen to get that offense started. And we're about to kill Lemus in just one more interaction. But Lemus finally fighting back. But hey, Power Crush. It exists for a reason.
Right now, this season especially, she's one of those characters that's got so many good tools now with all of those changes. She is a powerhouse, but Lemus right now making a really good showing here of Eddie, getting his offense going. Now you're at the wall. Now it's time to guess.
No more guessing. Down 4-1-2 for my troubles. And that is her heat engager, by the way, as well. She is able to escape for free. A down 4-1 heat engager that has 2 different types of follows. One is a high, one is a mid. You know what? This character needs to be talked about.
Well, waifu privileges and all that stuff. Sometimes you just you give a character tools and you call it a day.
Yeah, that earlier float was also waifu privilege. You're right.
All right, Lumen now getting the stance pressure and hitting her with the mid on wake up. Okay, tied up here. Round 1, or round 3, I should say. 1 round apiece.
1 round apiece, indeed, my good pal. And you going for the second hit out of that? I can't even remember the input properly. But that is a string that you will see random players use primarily at the wall for combo damage, which is out of Heaven's Wrath. Ashen choosing to use it on offense like that is a pretty interesting choice, I gotta say. And it's been helping out a little bit here because Lemus is currently at the lower end of their health bar in the rage zone with Tsunami Kick punish to send them down another round for Ashen to be up round 4.
Ashen really just hit him with 2 throws back-to-back on wake up. Wasn't enough to kill, but I mean, how crazy you have to be sometimes, just like, okay, just hit him with a throw. Time to do the other throw I got, and then we'll just go in from there.
You gotta have there is a game plan, and sometimes there isn't. Some people play by feel, and the only thing being felt right now is that damage, because it is still adding up, but not like that punish we're seeing from Lemus here. Gonna put us at the wall because this is a short stage, and what do we do after this? What's our Oki looking like?
Ooh, delayed it, but still managing to roll off the side, and now resetting the neutral by going full screen here with the heat attack. Oh, float out the air. Odd angles, though.
Attacks the shins for a little bit, does a full string, and gets that second hit to confirm that sweet final round battle screen. We're about to lock in for one more round before we get to the second match of the set here. And Lemus getting that low with the guaranteed follow-up afterwards for Eddie, known for being trickster, as well as annoyingly it's just hitting me every time. Just super duper annoying. Like that right
Nice
there.
interrupt there with the down jab, a nice counter hit. Gonna get the carry here to the wall. Activating the heat finally now. It's gonna be a lot of damage, and then now time to guess.
Guess wrong one time, but Ashen finally waking up, putting some heat onto Lemus right there. But then the
Oh,
heat smash will stop every and all options presented by Ashen to take that first game.
sometimes just send it. You feel it in the rhythm. You let your soul go wild, and you send that heat attack raw and neutral, and it works.
It's
Might as well
important.
do it.
It is definitely important. Well, Lemus is definitely carrying on the momentum strong for the Mexico scene out there. Mexico FGC does definitely run deep with the likes of RV, Chris, Anya, Divine Exorcist, who is also here in the bracket tonight as well. But many more players around that we just haven't gotten a chance to see on these beautiful screens yet. But I tell you what though, this combo, very beautiful. We already at 60. Oh, we could have been at 60. 1 point away.
A little bit of turbulent nerves there, a little on-stream nerves, dropping the combo. Still managing to back Ashen up to the wall. Try to go for, I think, that grab and stance there. Ashen, though, still getting hit, still up the wall here. Not even a chance to activate the heat. Good read on the roll.
It's definitely a good read. Lemus is doing a good job at just kind of keeping Ashen on their toes. Ashen had them in the first half for a little bit, but all it took was just a little bit of patient planning versus Reyna and knowing what's punishable and what to not fall for. As you can see, Lemus getting that game plan started with the crazy capoeira moves. There's a big low to attack them from the grounded roll, but nice jab interrupt from Ashen here. Beautiful float combo. Try to go for some Oki, but it was too obvious for Lemus. It's going to be capitalized right now with full strings. Ashen with no good response and is now down another round.
And set point now here for Loomis. And Ashen still got to use some of those resources here and use something to get the turn back here when they get it. Oh, but that's not going to be a good start there. That counter hit going to go to the wall.
My man dropped a whole leg on him and said, look, this is a two-piece combo. There's the three right there. Put the sauce on the side. Reyna, put the fries in the bag, please.
The important question is, what's your favorite kind of sauce?
Oh, man. Well, it depends. Are we talking about hot sauce, sweet sauce, chili sauce?
All kinds of sauces, I guess.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with the classic choice of not only Lemus landing a beautiful counter hit heel kick to the forehead and head chromium dome of Ashen's Reyna, but I gotta say, sweet and sour, you kind of can't go wrong with that sometimes, personally speaking.
I thought I believed a little bit there for Ashen at the very end when she blocked that low there, but then I forgot it goes into that mid right afterwards, and dang. Man, you get up against the wall against an Eddie player, and man, it's hard to get out of that.
Yeah, it's not easy, right? Because something you got to keep in mind is that Eddie's been keeping these flashy string of moves since Tekken, 3? He's been here forever, and he will not be changing no matter what game, no matter what iteration he is in. That is part of the toolkit that he's always carried. And speaking of toolkit, you guys hit up this Matcherino once again. But not only that, keep in mind for the schedule that we got coming over here at Extreme Fighter Showdown. As you can see, we got plenty of the games there. You saw Smash, you saw DOA 6, which I haven't seen it forever. I only know of one person that talks about DOA 6. It's a pretty fun game, but man, I'm a 5 enjoyer at the end of the day.
I mean, DOA 5, low-key pretty goated. People need to go back and play that more often. It's such a good game.
Honestly, man, there's something about that game and the way movement feels, the way it feels to fight back at every pivotal moment, trying to guess between your opponent's offense. It's a constant guessing game or a constant RPS, which honestly, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, man.
I guess right sometimes. That's all I can say.
When you guess right, it feels great.
Feels hella great. What you mean? And I get to kill you for it? Oh man, you shouldn't have told me that.
Say less. I'll install now.
Exactly.
But yeah, as we saw here again, they have the Soul Calibur 6 tournament coming up next week, or I should say June 7th. Yeah, that is next week. What am I saying? The one-shot showdown, obviously. Then, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, one shot. Damn, that's stressful. That's stressful for anybody.
You just need one good game, man. That's all you need. Then you move on. Bring out like just the absolute craziest thing ever, and say like, yeah, should have known, and now I'm moving on.
And you know, I will say though, that does build some type of fortitude, because when you start playing those first to ones, you gotta remember that's how quick your matches are gonna go. In these actual brackets, you're gonna miss that, you're gonna lose that one game, and you're gonna be like, shit, that was already one game. Damn, like what do I do now?
Nothing. You gotta get out down losers now. Yeah.
Gotta be a bracket demon.
Yep. Can't go 0-2. You gotta keep going. Yeah. Also, then too, obviously Soul Calibur first, but then as you saw on the screen, we do have one for Tekken on June 21st and on June 28th, Street Fighter 6. I honestly, I want to get back into Street Fighter, man. Like, 6 in particular just looks like it's a lot of fun to play, and you got Elena coming out here soon. You gotta use Super Art 2 healing, just because, you know, sometimes you gotta heal yourself back up. Take a mental health day.
Yeah, you also gotta, cause a little bit of PTSD within the old head fighting game scenes, the ones that played Street Fighter 4 specifically. Yeah, that particular scene. You want to give them PTSD because Street Fighter 6 is still something of how do I even word this properly? We're still exploring Street Fighter 6. I think that's what it is. We're still figuring out some things with Street Fighter 6. We're still getting some more characters, especially because we're only getting 4 characters this season and not 6 like in Street Fighter 5. Yeah, we got 6 every season back in Street Fighter 5, which is crazy to think that we're only getting 4 now.
Yeah, so they're probably going to announce something for Season 3 pretty soon after Elena comes out. And I
I
gotta
sure
tell
hope
you,
so.
man, if Makoto ain't in Season 3, man, what are we doing? I gotta have Makoto back, man. Gotta get
I,
Makoto. You can't convince me otherwise on this one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it.
Oh my goodness, you speaking my language, bro. Look, all I'm asking is I don't want to go play Makoto in older games because I want to try her in something more modern and has a better feel to it. All I need is I just want Makoto, Alex, or Urian. I need one of them 3 to come back. If I can get all 3 of them, I'll take it. And another underrated representation to me is Akira from Rival Schools, only featured in Street Fighter 5, and the only Capcom guest character to be featured in a modern game, and we will no longer see her unless you're going to be playing the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which if you like it, you like it. I like it. I'm playing it. Are you? Is the question.
I need to pick it up. I gotta play Rival Schools because it's kind of a 3D fighter, and that's my jam. So I gotta give it a try. Gotta give it
You
the
got to.
honest, good old college try, as they say.
It feels a little odd. I think it feels a tad bit odd, but I think with more playing, we'll eventually get used to it. And Plasma Sword is also the same way as well. Very beautiful.
Speaking of Plasma Sword, that's anime. We have 2
Oh.
anime characters on the screen. We got Victor
Yeah.
from France and Claudio, the JoJoist character to ever JoJo and not be a JoJo character, actually.
Honestly.
He's got an insane guard crush mechanic now in Season 2. I've seen so many people in my scene who plays Claudio using the heck out of that move, but as you've seen right now here, he don't necessarily need that. He's still a busted character. When you're at the wall, that's where he shines. And oh, the side step low, that's the one right there. That's the move. You get against the wall, Claudio's going to throw that out every single time just because it catches steps, it catches you low, it does your taxes, it does everything at the wall for Claudio.
Yeah, but Divine Nexus is also the person piloting this character with a nice running man wall running 2-punch. There's the guard situation you were speaking of earlier. Didn't crush at that time, but it definitely put LighScrap in a pretty odd predicament. Not too sure how often they've been in that one before, but back forward 2 is going to be the reason why we're going to be seeing ourselves a wonderful wall blast like so. And Divine Nexus is going to make sure this hurts as much as possible while keeping that starburst. Activates it once again to let it rip, and we are now sitting on round 3. And speaking of Divine Exorcist, this man has been playing this game with Claudio like such a menace, and he has been having a blast. I love watching him play every time. It's good Claudio, one of the best.
LighScrap finally getting some offense there, getting Divine to the wall, but Divine saying, okay, well, I'm right here, might as well take advantage of the real estate. Continuing on that pressure now, another side step low, here comes the heat. And now backing off. Oh, nice run in there.
Put the sword on real quick, chop us up, but then the back 4-2, once again, infamous classic Claudio move coming back from Tekken 7, and with the smack of the hand by the god himself from Final Fantasy, Claudio Serafino, taking that first game pretty damn dominantly.
Man, and that sidewall might have saved the life there at the very end, like for a second, but then he said, okay, well, I just get another setup and we'll go right back into it.
Exactly.
And Divine X just used that guard crush maybe like twice, I think, in that first round, or first game, I should say. He's just kind of showing off all the other great tools that Claudio's got. It's kind of a slept-on character, if I'm being honest.
Claudio's a character that no one really pays too much attention to, I feel, and if they are paying attention, it's the people who are actively fighting against this character or watching this character in tournament. I personally feel as if Claudio is at his best right now. Not even a far cry from 7. If anything, a big serving of buff from Tekken 7. As a matter of fact, it's got a whole same plethora of moves, but Starburst being kept as that same install along with new moves out of Starburst. You got a lot to work with, man.
What's not to love about it? You get that wall running too right there. Divine right now playing a really good neutral game. LighScrap finally getting a hit in there. Oh, getting it again. Gonna reset it here again. Neutral, kind of staying away from the wall. Okay,
You gotta be. Staying away from that wall. It's hella key right now, but Divine X just trying to get something started there. LighScrap doing a good job playing compact, using a lot less riskier moves this time around. As you can see, going for more quick strings than jab strings, and Divine finally making a mark on the health bar here to slowly even the odds, and we're slowly whittling that health down. One chip damage move string at a time. LighScrap still finding a way to fight back, almost at the wall. 10 seconds to 9, 8-7 on the clock right here. Heat Burst has been activated. Now we're going to be seeing the smash soon. No, not yet.
Didn't need it.
It was a threat. It was a threat. A looming threat.
Ooh, tried to whiff punish the hop kick there. The old classic
Nice.
SNK genocide cutter from Rugal. Claudio, he knows some good fighting game characters to take inspiration from, I'll say that.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, LighScrap backing him up to the wall here. Here comes, ooh, nice side step down forward two. We're gonna get a nice combo here. Activate the heat. We're gonna see Explosion, I think. No, goes for the low.
Wants to keep that offense, wants to keep that pressure as much as possible, but there's a thing though, because you didn't go for it, Divine X is going to be taking advantage. If you're not killing your opponent, you're not playing the game. Keeps the frames, those frames were given to him for free, and you no longer have heat. Gets caught by the mid once again, and now we're going to be seeing a beautiful Claudio combo for one more second before we see a guard crush into death, and that's round for round, ban for ban. Round number 3, here we go, man.
You let the Claudio player get his turn back against the wall, you fool. And then taking it back. See here, good duck to avoid the throw now here by LighScrap, just trying to slowly edge him back to the wall there. Again, good counter hit now. Fine, activating his heat. You know he's looking for that wall, just pushing the buttons, and there we are. Time to guess now. Oh boy, got the mid, more plus frames. The low hitting heat attack. Man, I mean, that move right there, man, that's just like, why not give him more lows at the wall, you know? A guard crush again. Oh,
give him everything.
Gotta remember, this is season 2, Claudio. He's got that move. Oh no, another good mid at the wall. I don't think it's gonna kill. Why did I say that?
He
Why
did.
did I
No,
say
he. Nah, it's okay. You look. Sometimes you gotta curse it. You didn't think it was gonna kill, but but you gotta remember, this is Divine X. Number 4, as a matter of fact, able to optimize these Claudio combos to the best of their goddamn ability, and I gotta say, I am liking it. I like I said, there's a reason why I like Divine X is just on the screen.
I forgot he had more after that. I thought the combo was done. No, not even close, apparently. Shoot, I didn't know that. I'll have to remember that next time. But yeah,
Claudio
shout again. Sorry, go ahead.
Keeping that for quite some time. No, you're fine, man. We were shouting out everybody, as a matter of fact. Speaking of shouting out, WNF Online Edition. As you can see, we got Soul Calibur on our side. Actually, speaking of Soul Calibur, who do you play in Soul Calibur if you played it?
I played Hilda as my main, which in hindsight, kind of a mistake. She's not exactly the best character to like learn Soul Calibur with, because she's so like different with charging her moves and all that stuff. But I mean, she's still my girl. But I did pick up Cassandra, who is like, we'll just say a little bit more brain dead, quote unquote. But she's a lot of fun to play. But both of those characters are a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, lots of fun. I believe when I played Soul Calibur, I think I started with... Well, I definitely played Soul Calibur 3 at some point. One of those games where Yoda was one of the guest characters. I can't remember which one.
He was a guest character in 4, yeah.
In 4? Okay, so it was 4 that I played. I don't remember who I played from that, unfortunately. But I do know that when I started playing Soul Calibur 5, I want to say I picked up on Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the guest character for that one.
that was a pretty sick guest character too. I'm gonna say that for the record. That was a pretty sick guest character. I don't think we're ever gonna be seeing something as cool as that for quite some time. We had it, and now it's gone.
No,
Now it is
Well,
gone.
you know what is cool that you can see right now? Our Matcherino. Do
Oh yeah.
exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Y'all can contribute directly to our pot here tonight. We still got codes on file. Go in, takes less than 15 seconds, supports your local scene, makes the pressure that much more challenging for our players, and you get to add to the pot. What's not to love? It's completely free to do. You just go in, again, you sign in, you use the code, and you add to the pot. You have no excuse not to. I mean, if you're not doing it, and the codes are still there, what are you doing, really? Why
Also, you
would you
gotta
do
keep
that?
in mind, like, yeah, why would you do that when the prize pool is at $100? I think that's more than enough reason for people to, start looking over here and start grabbing some more codes. Cause sorry, 100 just increase it by a couple of cents. All those cents equal up to a dollary due. And dollary dues will come all around if you also participate. And shout outs to Extreme Fighter Showdown for having me and Brickman here on the mic tonight. Hopefully you all in chat are having such a lovely night because we for y'all to come up. We just saw Divine Exorcist and LighScrap, and coming up slowly but shortly. It's gonna either be between. I feel like we're gonna see another Divine Exorcist match actually, but not too sure yet.
Take a look bracket here, I guess. Yeah, looks like Divine Exorcist versus ThePerfectSatsu. Who sounds like somebody who played a cool one in Tekken 7, but is trying to find somebody else in this game. I'm curious.
Trying to
Do you
find
want?
your. Well, no. What was your question? Hold on, I was
I
interested.
was I was gonna say, do you want another 2D character back in this game, or do you think with that Tekken's good on 2D fighters after 7?
Uh, Honestly, I wouldn't mind a 2D character to come back. My only gripe with the 2D character would be, can y'all like not keep everything 2D about them? Give them more Tekken than 2D, so that way it can feel a little bit more engaging. We already got installs. At this point, I'm just here for a good time. If the 2D character is someone that isn't Akuma or Geese, I'll take it. If you put Terry in Tekken, that might actually be kind of cool.
He would be the person that gets added. He's already in every other fighting game franchise except for
just,
Tekken. Why not?
just,
He get it.
just keep. I'm sorry. Just,
Okay.
just keep the supers in the rage art. That's all I ask. Don't put no supers in his current moveset. Just keep it in the heats. Keep it in the rage art, or make it into like a heat smash or something. Don't put that in the actual move list itself, because people gonna get themselves a little bit of a sugar rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, back to our game here. I'm noticing a character on screen here that you have a lot of experience with here, Kuma. Why don't you
Oh
say who it
yeah.
is?
Well, last but not least, Sergey Dragunov going with the Power Crush 1+2 right there, simple input. And this matchup is a little bit, I wouldn't say Dragunov favorite. Honestly, Jin is a character in the game of Tekken 8. Nice down 4-4, by the way, from Ice Dark Siege. But in this matchup, you're playing as Dragunov. You want to be in Jin's face just as much as possible. You don't want to play too far away. You want to be in that balanced territory with Jin Kazama, because he, too, is not only privileged, but a balanced character ever since Tekken 3, and has always kept that privileged pro tag attitude about him. But speaking of pro tag privileges, we're talking about how Ice Dark Siege is gonna be the villain getting smoked right now, 1-to-1 for Fujin Uchiha. God damn!
I saw the heat activation. I thought there was going to be some armor, and he immediately got thrown into that animation and then went down. I guess, like you said, that pro tag privilege is strong with Fujin and Jin. And again, at the wall here, again, Ice Dark forced to activate the heat there again. That time gets it, but Fujin doesn't care. He's just going to keep pressing the buttons. And then a punish from the down forward too.
Good punish on that down 4-2. Again, unfortunately, that previous move that Arc Star C did try to punish was not launch punishable at all. However, we are getting launched ourselves here by Fujin, who's putting us at this wall. Once again, that Zen 2, that low, man, it's been catching almost everybody this entire tournament. Ice Dark Siege with no response at the moment, trying to fight back with back 2-1 and follows up afterwards, but electric for Yo Chin, and we are taking the win. Game 1, Fujin.
Didn't even need the floor break. It was ready to go there, but Ice Dark tried to sneak in a cheeky down forward 2 and getting hit right on the jaw, like you said, with the electric. Feels bad, but sometimes you just gotta get back in there, try something again here, see if it works. Activating the heat here pretty early, just trying to get some momentum. That's one way it started out here. Use a heat attack right away. Now you got Fujin up against the wall here. Just gotta find a way to press the attack now.
But I will say though, no heat means you're not going to be able to utilize Dragunov's advantages a lot, and Fuji's taking very good advantage of that by constantly rushing Siege down, because look at where their health bar is at, and the counter hit Electric Wind Hook Fizz. Talk about Mike Tyson hooking somebody with that left of his, that right, whichever one you want to prefer. I ain't got no options for you. I'm just here to talk about a good match, because right now, Fujin is giving Ice a pretty difficult time right now. Good break on the throw, but the key charge is not intentional.
Right now, Fujin's just like saying to Ice Dark, I'm going to press buttons. What are you going to do to stop me? Well, that's one way of doing it. Down 4-2, nice block punish there. Okay, at the wall here, doesn't get a whole lot of damage though. Now Ice Dark, Fujin again, taking his turn back with these strings. Nice interrupt there, changing up the timing there is Ice Dark. Now the floor break is active.
Could be happening at any point right now, but Fujin Uchiha not too scared. Checks it with a down 4-1, and then the low, or not low, but long start of down 4-4 once again coming through to take that round. Again, good ducks on that 2-1-3 string, by the way. Fujin, fortunately, another duck is going to put us downstairs. Not yet, though. I thought so. I keep thinking that ground can break floor. If that did, that'd be a problem.
Another interrupt with just the down forward 2. I know Ice Dark likes using that move, but hey, if it works, it works. Nice interrupt there again. Oh no, the throws. Guess for game, good. Oh no, that's it.
Jesus Christ, it is what it is. It will be Fujin Uchiha 2 taking this game once again to move on further into the winner side of things. And to kind of bounce back for a second, while we didn't get to see the full strengths for Dragunov, there's definitely a lot more that could have been done from Ice Dark. It's just going to take some time to get used to it. When you fight Jin, there's a lot of things that Jin players tend to do that no one's always prepared for. There's always the Jins that will go in, there's the ones that play very defensive and, you know, sometimes land those sick pairs that you like to look at. And then there's the ones who are playing this game for money.
Man, I won't say Jin's an arrogant character, but he's certainly one that you can play a little arrogant-ish with in this game.
Belligerency at its best, I might add.
Indeed. But you mentioned money earlier, and for people who did not hear before that match, we do indeed have the exclamation point Matcherino right now for our players here. If we want to bring that up again, we still got codes on the site or on hold here for everybody in our chat. All you gotta do, just type in that exclamation point Matcherino in chat, log in. Y'all know you got an account. I mean, if you don't have one already, they give you so many options. You got Twitch, you got your Discord, you got X, you got Twitter, you got your YouTube account, you got your Instagram account. There's no reason not to go in there and contribute a little bit to the pot. It's completely free, so you have no excuse, to be honest.
There's no excuse. If they got an excuse, they're lying to me.
Exactly. You just gotta call it out sometimes and say, nah, you go in there, you add the 25 cents for free, and then you feel good about yourself because you supported your local fighting game community, and you made it that much more stressful for the players, which makes it more fun for you as a watcher. That's all I'm going to say. Now, oh boy, I tell you what, I like to play King, but I also like this character. I also like this custom, Lydia Sobieska, my secondary character in this game, man. I don't get to see nearly enough Lydias in tournaments, period. But right now, doing a really good job. We got Strider playing her here. And of course, on the other side here, we got Censed with the Claudio. Claudio, like we mentioned earlier, with Divine Exorcist. Claudio's pretty good in this season. Good interrupt on the guard crush there, but blocking the cat stance 4. I'm just happy to see a Lydia, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, Lydia's pretty goddamn cool, but not as cool as that launcher from CensedSonic right now to knock out Striderfury in the first round. But you're right about that. Lydia's one of those characters that we don't get to see often. There's something about that aesthetic, the karate feel, the way her moves hit. It feels like she's got a lot of power in those. It's a big difference from 7, right? You come from Tekken 7, you know Lydia was super good here. In this game, she's not played enough. And not to mention, she wasn't in the starting roster. So it hurts a couple of people by a lot. I understand. But either way, we're still happy to have her here. But not as happy as that punish for Striderfury if they had gotten it on time. No punish on the hop kick as well. Come on, we gotta play the game. We gotta play the game. Oh no! We're not playing the game. We're getting punched in our face.
You gotta quote the Triple H, time to play the game. And right now, the game says the floor is lava. So that is active for both players here, but right now, CensedSonic is going absolutely crazy. Try to interrupt the guard crush there again. Strider at least not afraid to challenge it there. Ooh, whiffing the running 2, but man, just, you know, you reverse VP even in a 3D fighting game, and wouldn't you know it? Perfect.
Actually 3 takes it, 7-letter round. That is beautiful. That is lovely. As a matter of fact, I think I need your autograph, Mr. Claudio Serafino. But we are running it right back into the next game. No breaks on the train here. Nice counter hit down forward 2. Is going to get the heat engager as well. CensedSonic once again getting caught by the same counter hit down forward 2. And we're seeing something about Sonic here. You know, I will say Sonic was a Victor player at one point. I remember fighting them in a bracket before. They were playing Victor, so they switched to Claudio. I wonder if they've always had this, and I just never knew.
Yeah, I think so. Strider finally getting some more offense there, and then just the jab in neutral there. That's honestly one of Lydia's best moves for a reason. It reaches so far, and it's really fast. Good punish there. Goes for cat stance 4 again. I'm definitely guilty of using that move way too much. Oh, but the duck and the punish with while rising too. He's gonna cash out all this damage here. Gonna get the wall. No, just a little out of distance. But you got Heaven and Earth stance now. Oh, okay, nice. Or stance 2. She gets all this. Oh, dropping that last hit though. It's still her turn though. Okay.
No longer is it her turn. Up 4-1 will be there to save Claudio from any sort of danger. CensedSonic with the knockdown goes for the commando roll. Oki, no punish on the big low, but we have a heat smash to open up Strider once again for just a little bit. Good punish on that high kick this time, but smacking it down with the God hand. And then a 3, charge that bad sucker up, and we are moving into round number 3.
And good adaptation there from Sonic, even though he got juggled a lot there to start that second round. Just was patient there at the end, made the reads, and then that horse stance pressure, that's big right now, honestly. Just keep challenging Lydia in these stances. She's not plus by a lot. You can basically hit her out of that. It's not guaranteed offense, and right now Censed doing a really good job of that. Now at the wall again, and again that guard crush.
That guard crush is something fierce. A lot of people are gonna have been abusing that with Claudio ever since he got that new move. And honestly, I understand. If I had that much power in the palm of my fingertips, I'd do it every goddamn time. Also, that wall splash, I didn't do that before.
They just said, you know what character we need to buff? Claudio. Out of all characters, just give him all these tools, and we'll see how people like this character after a season or 2.
Yep.
But right now, Striderfury with the heat adds 3 charges now for having an Earth stance. Gets the parry, but ducks the high. It's unblockable, but you can duck it. You gotta keep it in mind. Oh boy.
That is not looking too good for the hero known as Striderfury, who was trying to come back from this such big deficit, but no longer can they, because it has been a dominant 2-0 in the hands of CensedSonic with no censorship on the name, as a matter of fact. And we're about to be running ourselves right to show y'all not only what we have going on with this bracket, but also to give y'all more time with us. I know y'all love us. No, we've been chilling. No, we've been having a good time.
Oh yeah, we've been just having a grand old time, enjoying some good ass Tekken, if you will. But man, I love this little layout here too. We didn't have this last time on XFS, but I like this little bracket screen. Looks fire. Pardon the pun. I know there's fire in the screen, but it does look fire.
We are in the Dark Souls cavern right now. We're with the Forger. He's smacking the Tekken fight sign logo right now, trying to hammer it up. That's what we're seeing on our screen here.
Yeah, and then we looking forward here. We got at least one more Claudio on screen before Winter Simmers. We've got Divine Exorcist, who is another Claudio. What do you think is the over/under on that new guard crush that we're gonna see here before the night's up? I have a feeling it's gonna be at least 10 more.
Man, if you say 10, I say 20. Every Claudio's using that one to the day they get it nerfed or to the day they stop playing the character. And Divine Exorcist, of course, is going to be using that religiously. Because, again, I always say it like this. In Tekken, you get a slow move, it's going to throw you off guard. Unless you're just quick to react with simple jabs, you're going to wind up getting caught by that a lot of the times. And I think that's something that people don't really account for, is when something is slow, it throws off your perception of speed. It does not matter what game you are. If you're not keeping up with the speed at any given moment, it becomes an absolute struggle. But not as much of a struggle as the one-shot battles that we will be having next month, every different game, all throughout the summer of June, with Tekken 8 on June 21st.
Yep, and of course, one shot, obviously, every single round, 1 1-1. including Street Fighter 6 here on June 28th, and then we'll also have one for Soul Calibur 6 on June 7th. That'll pop up here eventually. They all have the $100 US prize pool as well. What's not to love? It's a speed run of your favorite game in a bracket. You bring out the crazy tech. You get one chance, one shot, if you will. I forgot the rest of the words of that song, but you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah, everyone's got to refer to that one. Lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get DCA'd.
Yeah, I mean, we're all having fun, so we're having a good time. But you don't let yourself get lost in the bracket. That's the important thing. Lose yourself in the music.
Yep, you get one chance, one shot. And of course, I honestly think having those sorts of matches makes it funny. Like, at Combo Breaker, we had the Tekken auction tourney, which was just first to one all the way through. Everybody was doing something crazy. How many taunt jet uppers did we see? If anything, just taunt buttons? We saw a lot. We saw so goddamn many. We saw Ringshu, we saw Arson, we saw Roman Jelly. We saw a lot of people, man, up there having a grand old time.
You may not like it, but that is what peak Tekken looks like. Taunt jet upper into taunt jump upper.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it any better myself, my man. So with that being said, while we got ourselves some downtime, let's talk about what characters we want to see come next. Because now that we got Falcarum and Armor King, that's already 2 characters, and we only get 2 more left. We only get 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, Armor King was kind of the one I wanted back. He was at the top of my list, so I'm happy with that. I want to see Julia, but I don't want Julia. See, I'm a pro wrestling fan, real Graps enjoyer, if you will. I do the yes chant unironically all the time. It's in my profile pic for a reason.
Of course.
I need JC back. Alright? I need Tekken Tag 2, which is a go-to game, by the way. I need the JC. And then I need to have her story be teaming up and taking on Armor King and King. And just going for the World Championship, you know? Because
honestly, nothing's better than that. It doesn't get any better.
So yeah, we need Julia back, I think. But if we don't let JC come back, I just need like a straight up Joshi wrestler, okay? I need my other female wrestling representative. There are so many styles of wrestling out there. You can give her a whole unique move set, all with wrestling stuff that's not going to overlap at all with King or Armor King. Trust me, there's a lot of good material out there.
And a lot of fans actually of Tekken. As a matter of fact, if not the entire FGC, there's a bunch of wrestling fans out there. So anybody with wrestling moves, you've already won like half the hearts of the FGC here.
Exactly.
I love a good wrestling match. That's why I love watching some good ass matches on the game known as Tekken 8. I mean, it's like, I've said this a few times before, it's like watching football. You pick a team, aka pick a character, you pick a player, aka another team or rather a coach to guide the character, and you just pick, you just play your bets, your little fantasy drafts on who's gonna go further in the bracket tonight, right? Exactly. Because that's all we can do. It's the same thing with wrestling, you know, you pick your favorite character, if anything, you pick your favorite superstar, you want to see them win? Cool. Boot up WWE 2K25, I guess.
Now that's the way to do it right there. You pick your own character, you do your fantasy league, you throw in your friends as wrestlers in there, and you do have a fantasy night where you just sim all the AI and you just let them all go crazy, and then you bet on who's gonna win. That's a heck of a time right there. You get yourself a pizza, some friends, great Saturday night plans.
Man, I miss doing that. As a matter, actually, not even miss. I don't even think I ever got a chance to do that. None of my friends were really too interested in wrestling. I don't know what it is. That sucks.
Your friends just weren't cultured enough.
They just weren't cultured. They just weren't. I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, but now, hey, we're here with the FGC. We got all of these great players here for Tekken 8. We're having a grand old time on this Saturday night, and right now we got some great competitors getting ready for the winner's semifinal. I think we're just waiting on one more set, which I think is Divine Exorcist and ThePerfectSatsu. Obviously, we've seen Divine earlier playing the Claudio. ThePerfectSatsu, I don't know who they place. We'll have to see. It's going to be a surprise. But one last shout out here before we do get started. We got to give a shout out again to our Matcherino. Once again, y'all have no excuses. All you need is an exclamation point, and you add the word right after it. You press enter in the chat. And wouldn't you know it, you get added to our glorious pot. We already got the $100 set up for our players, but you can make it even more. We still got codes ready to go for you. Add extra 25 cents, completely free, takes less than a minute. You got no excuse not to do it. Support your local community. We all know the players enjoy it. We love it when you do it. XFS loves it when you do it. I'm getting tongue-tied right now, but you
that
know
was
what
a
I'm saying.
mouthful.
You know what I'm saying. Y'all just gotta go support your local community. Match room is a great way to do it. Go do it. You have no reason not to.
Honestly, man. You know, speaking of like mouthful, XFS, like not even to be not even to sound slight. It's just like when we were like behind the scenes for a little minute, I was like saying that over and over to myself, and I was like, dude, that is a lot to say at once. It's like going to Starbucks and ordering something you don't know what it called, so you just gotta say random stuff until the barista gets it. And I'm just like, oh, all right. At least I know what we're getting at the end of the day. But definitely shout
XF.
outs to FXS.
You got a latte for XSF. Got a XSF? No, it's XFS. We've gone over this 20 times and we still can't get it right. But yeah, XFS. Again, shout out to our tournament runner tonight as well. What we had the time, Mia, again putting on this great tournament for all of our players and having us on commentary. We're having a grand old time. Again, just waiting for the last match here. But again, I was also going to give a shout out here. We had him up here a couple times. Lord Xavier, one of the players here, and XFS, got it right, yes. He has his online coaching. Give him a hit up. He plays so many games. Just you got the Dead or Alive, you got Tekken, you got Soul Calibur, you got Soul Calibur 3. I think I saw on there. You got Street Fighter 6 on there as well. He's one of the better players out there. He'll teach you how to make yourself feel pretty good about your gameplay, man. So again, shout out Lord Xavier. Just do it. You want to get better at the game, might as well get some coaching.
Yep, you gotta put some time into the game for a reason if you want to get that far. Making those beautiful moments on stream is always a blast and a blessing. It does not, but at the end of the day, it does not matter what your skill level is. If you're having a good time, you'll always make some moments, but not as many moments that you could make with Soul Calibur 6 one shot first to one battle, which, hey, Soul Calibur 6 is pretty funny when you're looking at it. If anything, it's a pretty cool game. But
Yeah.
also, definitely shout out to Lord Xavier for the coaching, because a lot of people may not have that right direction to go in. I think as fighting game players, I do think coaching can be necessary sometimes. No
Yeah.
matter what people say, it's definitely something that we gotta consider sometimes, right? We're playing a game. We're struggling. We're not too sure how to find the answers. Some people create their own answers. Some people do not create their own answers. Some people need a stronger force to really push forward on progressing within the fighting game scene, which I gotta say, it ain't easy. Look, take it for somebody who's been playing fighting games for since they were a kid, but started taking them more seriously. It's like, damn, there's a lot for this young kid to really learn until he becomes an old head and starts running the whole scene.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of started late too. I played just like casually at best um, when I was growing up. Unfortunately, when I was really young, my parents, both pretty conservative, saw two characters named Anna from Tekken and her Win animations, and Ivy from Soul Calibur and her Win animations, and they said, "You will absolutely not play any fighting games growing up," so I didn't. And then I finally got into college. I'm just like, you know what I want to play? I want to play fighting games. So I gave them a try. I'm just like, oh yeah, these are fun. I've been missing so much. But yeah, getting into it like that late in life, you kind of have to get caught up to what everybody else has been doing for like 20 plus years. But I mean, that's part of the fun. You learn as you go. You think you know everything, and then you play somebody who actually knows everything, and then you just say to yourself, dang, I got so much more I have to learn. This is going to be a lot of fun.
That made me think of speedrunning actually for a little bit. You know what's a game that just came to mind as you were saying all of that too? Mega Man X4. My God, Mega Man X4 speedruns are so fun to look at. I don't know what it is. It's aesthetically pleasing. The sound effects are so goddamn cool to listen to, and just the overall like funny things that players when they speedrun or speedrunners say whenever they're playing the games about certain scenes. It's just like it's a treat. I love Mega Man X4. Do you have a favorite Mega Man game?
I have never played a Mega Man game, sorry to
Really?
say. No,
Some
I was kind of a Metroid kid growing up, so that was my ARM canon character
ah.
game. So, never got a chance to play Mega Man.
Nah, Metroid is a banger as well. I think my favorite Metroid's gotta be Metroid Fusion. I feel like a lot of people like Metroid Fusion or
Yeah.
Super Metroid. Which one do you prefer, actually?
Oh, Metroid Prime, easily.
Metroid Prime.
That
Okay,
is the game.
hands in the air. I get it. I get it. I need to play him at some point, but I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Because I've heard
Now,
good things.
I tell you what, you know what I see on screen right now? Kuma, what do I see on screen? I see a match. And then I see a king. So you know what's time? It's time for some real graps. It's time to go crazy. Because it's Saturday night, and it's time to wrestle, brother.
It's
But
time
right now
to
he's
wrestle.
it's kind of getting juggled right now. Okay, oh, that hit? Really?
Yeah, that reaches so far. That's a what? I think that's like down back either 3. I'm gonna say I cannot remember off the top of my head. Either way, Claudio does have some long limbs, which may help against the likes of King, because King's limbs are, while seemingly long, they are not that long. It just depends on how close you are. King wants to play that up close gameplay, but so does Claudio. And the only difference is Divine X is playing a character with stuff like this.
Claudio is a zoner. Don't at me. Oh, drop the combo there. 1-2 punish now. Down back 3 gets the counter hit.
Right in
Gonna
the
do a little bit of a head jab. Okay, then 1-2 again. Down forward 1. Here comes the heat now. And again, King's got another couple of additions here too as well. In Season 2, he's got that 3-2-2 string. Okay, here comes the RKO. Nope. 1-2. Okay, and then Satsu's been doing a really good job of using that 1-2 just to like punish Divine for being too crazy, I'd say. And he's keeping his turn with these really good, just like mixing up his approach, going from highs to lows to mids, just not slowing down, keeping his turn, and then just not taking his gas off that pedal or foot off the pedal. I can't talk right now. I have a King on screen. I'm too excited. Counter hit doesn't get the pick up.
It is a lot to take in with King on the screen, but then there's the DP from downtown, no round browning this situation if they could, but the drops will exist, and now Satsu with heat at any moment could let it rip, could keep the frames, could do anything in their power to stay alive, but a good knee to the chest, and now Divine X is in the same situation of 2 rounds up to the 1 over ThePerfectSatsu. Jaguar stepping away, trying to find themselves a way to start off here, but it's Divine X who gets first blood. Nice sidewalk, is gonna attack the back, but not too much, and gets punched for it. Don't you dare.
Good punish there on the low. So Satsu's playing really like compact, I'd say. He has the opportunity to get bigger punishes, but he just goes for the simple 1-2, not doing anything too crazy. I need to see a throw here. Oh, unfortunately though, hop kick, genocide kata. Flashbacks to recall.
Genocide cutter!
Oh, again, just the 1-2 punish, not a lot. I mean, it's the right idea. He is punishing it, but like 4-2-1 would be another good option there. Unfortunately, just not getting it in that round. But hey, it's only game 1. Satsu's got time to make the adjustments. You know, first game on stream, maybe a couple of jitters there. So we'll have to see if he brings out the crazy stuff here in game 2 now. And we're on... I forget what's it called, like Yakushima?
Yakushima, yeah. We are on the stage known as Yakushima. And I will say, nerds do exist. That is the first giant swing we've seen. Divine X is not only tech, but the first one thrown out from Satsu, actually, which is pretty good. You gotta keep Claudio on their toes. Oh, had the pick up right there. Didn't fully believe in going for the up forward 3+4 to really seal the tornado deal. But
oh no.
Nice short Yukin from down below. Not gonna use the heat dash right there. Wants to keep the frames, but will use it here to get the double shoulder. I'm sorry, double DP. There we go. It wasn't even double. It was just 1. I'm not looking.
I was just happy to see that giant swing finally come out there. You know what I said earlier? Us King players can't break throws. The legend continues.
Y'all ain't breaking the generic throws. What's going on over there? What are they feeding you King players?
I mean, did I stutter? We don't break throws.
Okay.
1+2
we get 1.
there. Yeah. Again, the Jaguar step to avoid that first hit, but sometimes you just keep pressing buttons and good side step to avoid a guard rush.
And then the God hand comes through, smacking on the dome. Matter of fact, we in round 3. And I gotta say, Divine's doing this just pretty good. But I'm looking forward to seeing if Satsu can come up with anything at the moment, because again, this is one of those strong contender players that's been playing this game for quite some time. It's a very, very big wall to come across against. No punish on that, by the way. That is unsafe. You gotta do a 2-1 jab at some point.
Yeah, he tried to go for the Shining Wizard there again, going to get the just the generic 2 grab, so easy break there. Satsu just trying to slow down Divine right now to get some pokes to connect, get him to stop pressing buttons, activating the heat. There you go, finally. 1+2 not getting, or 1-2 not getting a lot, and then that second hit.
Taking her time,
Okay.
uses the heat smash right there to try and keep some frames. Divine giving him something to work with here, trying to teach the kid a little lesson, trying to get him to learn the ropes, but a quick low will take that second game here for Divine to move further up in the bracket here tonight, meaning we to that top 8 section of things where we have the winner semifinals and the loser semifinals. Speaking of, it's gonna be first to 3, I think, from this point onward. No, it's gonna be first 3 probably in like I think loser semifinals when we start, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be first to 3 for winners final, and then down to losers semifinal and on.
Oh, okay.
So we still have
There we
a
go.
couple more matches before.
I mean, I'm always looking forward to more games. I mean, it just comes with time.
Yeah.
You gotta have these good matches.
Y'all doing
We'll get to
awesome
the good ass
today.
Tekken where we get even more good ass Tekken eventually.
But speaking of good ass Tekken, you can also catch some good ass Tekken at the Beast in the East, aka Bite. It's gonna be held on August 22nd through the 24th over in the Hampton Road Ramps Convention. And of course, shout outs to once again Lord Xavier. Get yourself some 3D and platform fighting game coaching, or if you want to take your chance to get some multi-versus practicing, you can still play that. By all means, go on ahead. It's got over 1,000 5-star reviews.
I think, unfortunately, there's some bad news with that scene in particular as of yesterday. But, I mean, you hold on to the memories. We'll just say that for that game.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and someone's gonna figure out how to keep that game alive. Someone is. They're gonna just like.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, they were gonna say they're gonna get the files, they're gonna put it on a little USB. You see those like parkour videos of like the text where it's just like, yo, I just stole the Nintendo files from Metroid Prime 4. I'm on my way. That's what they're gonna be doing with multiverses. I'm telling you. They'll be running out here like the Animaniacs, bro. just gone.
Hey, you know what? If it's no longer available to us normally, then it is 100% justified.
We have all right as the people of this universe to keep that game alive. God damn it. That game was cool. It had some sauce. That's all I can say.
Well, speaking of keeping it alive, we got tournaments for Soul Calibur. We'll have one for Tekken 8, and we'll have one for Street Fighter 6. If you didn't see it earlier, it is a one-shot showdown, meaning all battles FT1. That's right, FT1. You win one, you move on. You bring out the crazy things. What's not to love about it? I'll tell you what is to love. We got more Tekken on screen right now. We got LemusAlexander going up against CensedSonic. Once again, another Claudio versus everybody's favorite Capoeira user, Eddie.
Not even just another Claudio. It's the same Claudio, as a matter of fact. We've seen him before. That means we're going to be seeing him once again. CensedSonic, very strong player, coming from the Minnesota scene right now, putting the hurt in on Lemus here, who's got ourselves in a technical corner. There's the wall splat, but not enough to get anything significant. However, 3-1, heat engaged, party time is activated. What do we do next? Block it out. Or not.
Can't block the low, unfortunately, like that.
It'd be like that sometimes. You know, I don't know what it is. Lows in this game, they're just so annoying to get caught by. It's like we make one mistake with getting caught low, and it's just like, ugh. You start to be in your own head for a little minute.
As a gritty fighting game guy myself, I never block lows. That is my biggest weakness. Or
Blocking low.
Blocking low or breaking throws. Two things right there.
Blocking low is so non-existent, man. Well, either way, what's not non-existent is this offense I'm seeing from CensedSonic right here. Unfortunately, getting caught by the heat burst rather from LemusAlexander here. It's gonna put ourselves in an Oki situation. CensedSonic taking the right choice to stay alive for right now. Taking the chances, tapping the shins, tapping away, but a good ass low parry. And I think we're not dead just yet, but we're gonna put ourselves in a very particular moment of peace.
Just gotta get ready here for the after animation. Get ready for the setup. What's the read? Oh,
Down
nice.
1-2.
Ran up, walked back, ducked to the high, and accordingly punished. I'd say that's a pretty good one.
Yep, definitely. Alright, another genocide cutter from the book. Shoutouts to Brickman because I've learned a new thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, Rugal and the SNK arcade cabinets, man, you'll be hearing that move a lot for a good reason, because it's completely busted. And they said, you know what, we need to give the character that move. Can't let the legend die.
Nah, not at all. And speaking of not letting Litters die, it's gonna be CensedSonic staying alive in this as much as possible. Gets the stuff knocked down to prop Lemus back up. Are we going downstairs? Yes, sir! And I think this is game 1 for CensedSonic. Yes, indeed. No drops in sight.
I was gonna say I thought he dropped it there for like half a second there at the very end, and then he got more offense in because this character Claudio, oh boy, what was in the vegetables they give him? That's what I want to know. He's
Yo,
a shrunk boy right now.
They putting something. They putting PEDs in whatever he's drinking, man. I don't know. They doing something right now. And it ain't how do I word this? You gotta help me word this for a second. It's not by any means free, but for a small price of 25 cents, Claudio can get himself a nice healthy dosing of install, DPs, and overall enjoyment by playing the game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Ooh, good punish.
Slowing down here from now from Loomis, just trying to get him to stop pressing some buttons, get his offense going. That's what I'm way of doing it. That's a grab, right?
Yeah, that's a grab.
Eddie. Okay. I wanted to make sure if it wasn't like a hit grab or something like that. Oh, but CensedSonic got hit by one move and said, okay, time for Season 2 buffs.
Uh-oh. Lemus not playing their cards right. Frames were not given to you for free. Attacks the legs, but a good duck. However, you still are at this wall. It could mess up at any point here, but good optimization. Careful planning. There's the Rage Art. Wants to get rid of that gray life as well, which is a good call for Lemus to take some time, figure out how to get into CensedSonic's head, because all it takes is one wrong move from either of these players to be down around and carry momentum. Let's see how this happens out. Runs up, he smashes. Ooh, could be it, could be it. One more hit could do it, and that's what is going to take a down back one, and now CensedSonic taking that first round once again.
And Sense just playing patient when it's not his turn. He's kind of just, you get the sense that he's relaxed. He's either pressing buttons in your face, or when he's on defense, he's not pressured at all. He doesn't feel like he needs to do anything too crazy.
Ooh. I'll tell you what is crazy. The fact that this floated my man Sonic, and now we're going downstairs. Yo, somebody get the janitor out. This stage is getting a little bit sweaty right here with all the smacking effects we're seeing happening.
Ooh, nice back step to avoid the DP, but doesn't get a huge punish. That one, though, that's like the first time I've seen anybody properly punish that while running 2 like that. He's going to use the floor break here, so he's going to get the round. Why did I say that?
Oh,
why?
man, he could have had it if they just went for the right thing, but the wall rising forward takes it, and now we are sitting on the lower half of the sensitive subconscious, because we got to get the jerkins out. The stage is so goddamn ashy. My skin is cracking up right now.
I am just 2 for 2 on these commentary curses, okay, but Sense getting away from the curse there by sidewalking there. Nothing the personnel kid, teleportation, and he gets the... Still got to activate. He's gonna get
still
a lot
going.
Of damage.
It's still going. Yo, that's 84 damage. Look where they're at right now. He ain't got nothing else to do.
He just needs poke.
He's trying to find an answer. It's not easy. He punished that. That's a good start. Look, he is now no longer a factor for both these players, but someone's got rage. And CensedSonic is playing patient, but commando roll, no Paul Phoenix, and then the genocide cutter for the corpse kill. How dare you?
He just kind of stood there and said, you know what, I got all this health, go ahead, press some buttons, I'll see what you do, and then when I want to end the round, I will.
But that's a tactic, though. That's a very viable tactic. You don't have to do anything to get the health lead. Who says you got to approach? This is a fighting game. We can do almost anything and get away with it. It does not matter how lame the strat can be. It don't matter how aggressive the actions can be. All I'm saying is, this man CensedSonic made the right call, and I'm happy he got it, because look at where we're at right now. Lemus is unfortunately holding some pressure still for a little bit, spends the heat to keep the frames, DP in check. One more hit can do it for both of these guys right now.
I was going to say, a lot of gray health there for Lemus. Oh, what a call out there. Gets the counter hit, gets the float. Doesn't get a whole lot of, not as much damage as I thought he was going to. I thought he might cash out that Rage Art. We've got 10, we got 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, and that's all he wrote to make this 2 rounds apiece. CensedSonic took a pretty big risk right there. Not sure if that was the best choice to go for. Now we're stuck again in the same situation of round for round, ban for ban.
Definitely try to interrupt the guard crush there, but getting stuffed. Here comes Censed now with a heat activation. Again, just these lows. Oh, nice side step to avoid the own heat activation here from Lemus. He's going to get a lot of damage from this combo here. I don't think it's going to be enough to kill. Okay,
it could.
well.
No, not enough. One more hit could do it, and it just snaps from afar. Yeah, you were right. He's his owner. He's his owner.
He's his owner.
He's his owner.
Did I lie? Did I lie?
I never said you lied. I personally speaking, I just think this character didn't need to be here. He should have been somewhere else. He should have, I don't know, maybe been in a different game. You know, like Fantasy Strike or something. Okay, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna stop there. The fact that I mentioned Fantasy Strike. Oh my god, that's a. I wasn't even trying to think about that game. What came over me?
I mean, hey, you see all that flashy particle stuff, you think, that's definitely magic, and I think of magic, I think of Fantasy Strike. That's how we can get there.
How much you want to bet? Over there at Square Enix, that was originally going to be the name. And then they just swapped it to Fantasy.
I bet, yeah. I could see that. But man, again, shout-outs here to Census playing Claudio. This character's insane now in Season 2, man. He's got so many tools. It's just, what do you do against a character like that sometimes? You get up against the wall, you're getting absolutely smothered. In neutral, he's got so many tools that keep you out. You just kind of feel like you have to stand there and wait for him to make a huge mistake, and then you can finally play the game.
Yeah, I think Sense showcased that very well versus Lemus, but also Eddie is one of those characters that, while they can't get started, it's going to be a lot of the same moves, same strings. Once you get acclimated to watching Eddie, you're eventually going to be able to react to certain things that Eddie does, unless the person is just really, really good at timing, which is a key factor whenever you're playing fighting games, as well as Tekken. Oh my god, how do I describe it? Timing is important in Tekken. I couldn't stress that enough.
Yeah, because if you mix up your timing, you don't become predictable. That's the big thing.
Gotta stay unpredictable.
Yeah, we saw a couple times where the Eddie was able to get a counter hit by interrupting the approach, and he got a couple of combos off it. But Sense just played patient, like didn't do anything that's like easily reactable, just mostly pokes, and he was always changing his approach too. So, like I said, with the timing, he's not throwing it out like randomly, he's doing it at different intervals, which makes it really hard to see when he's gonna start attacking you, and you can't just easily interrupt that.
Right, and speaking of interrupting, we're interrupting the broadcast to bring y'all Divine Exorcist and Fujin Uchiha 2 on the screen. Once again, Fujin has been having a good run right now, but this is the one and only Divine Exorcist, and it's about to be stopped right now with 7 gold letters on the screen if they could get one last hit, which they managed to do, and that is round number 1. So goddamn lightning fast, we couldn't even count the timer.
I'm glad that you mentioned the almost perfect there, because I have a feeling if I said that, he would have gotten hit on Wake Up, and I would have commentated cursed it again. Been like 4 for 4 tonight on that. But you don't have that ability apparently, so.
Oh nah,
golden letters.
The ability comes with the territory. Look, sometimes I be wanting to curse it just to see how long people can stay alive for, man. It just depends. But I couldn't curse Divine. Divine he's a holy person. Why would he ever have a curse? Think about that.
He literally has the power of God and anime on his side.
Yo, the back 2 is the God hand. Back 1 plus 2 is an armor crush God hand, bro. Like he's got it all, man. Look at him. It's charged. He's ready to let it rip, which he does with the DP. But against Fujin, it's not an answer, because right now he's got themselves a round over the one and only Divine Exorcist, trying to make that into 2 more rounds to take this game. But let's see if that's possible, because hey, you got punched in your jaw just now, bro. You gotta get it checked real quick.
And then Loda here to stop him stepping. Plus frames now here again with the heat activation, but he just went underneath the high and jabbed him out. He's still getting backed up against the wall. Here comes that wall break, and he's gonna get a nice combo here. Not the kill, I think, but it's gonna be a long carry. Now you're up against the wall against Claudio. What's the read? Caught him with the roll with that mid. Odd hit angle there, I'd say. Kind of just an odd camera angle, I guess, with it.
Yeah, the cameraman is the best character in the game, because he will always mess with the camera and angles that you're working with here. Well, it's not enough to stop Fujin, though. Divine Exorcist, however, is up 2 rounds. Good down 4-2. He's going to get a full confirm off that and put us off the wall here. What's the Yoki situation looking like? We're about to find out right now with a beautiful wall ender. Chooses to go for the sidestep forward. Good choice right there, but a wake-up kick from Fujin to keep their offense started.
Well, plus frames here now for Divine. Gets the crush, and then just the running 2 at range 0. Hey, it works, it works.
Oh my goodness, range 0 raw running 2. Either Dragunov, Jack 8 with the shoulder Dennis Rodman, or even Claudio with the Superman punch. It's just, it's menacing. It's always there. And if it's Claudio, you know it's gonna hurt like hell. For God's sakes, it's a heat engager.
Well, don't need a heat engager when you got an electric like that. Blocking the kip ups here as well. Fujin trying to slow it down here. Divine saying, no, man, it's pedal to the metal. Here comes the heat. Here comes the carry. He's going to keep it going. You're at the wall now. You're playing against the Claudio. What are you going to do? What's the read?
Keep that heat there. Back 4-2 is going to put us in a very odd situation of wall breaking here. I don't think he used Tornado just yet, but didn't have the heat to cash out like he wanted to. However, the God Hand comes through, and we smacking our way into round number 2.
Remember when IGN gave God Hand a 4 out of 10?
Oh my God, that was. Man. They disrespect God Hand too much, bro. That game is a masterpiece, alright? I've been wanting that game to come back for a long, long time, and it's just not going to come back.
Just anything that's called God Hand is really good, like the move here in this game. And just like that, you're up against the wall again against Claudio. He goes for 2 throws in a row, gets 7 golden letters.
That was an actually kind of stupid situation to be in. I honestly feel a little bit bad for Fujin, but you know, this is a gym player. I don't know if I should be feeling better or happy. Either way, it don't matter. Divine Exorcist has Fujin in the wall right here. This is gonna be a very unfortunate situation for the hero to wake up against. Blocks a low, good job, but that's not right to punish. That punish was not it, my friend. Unfortunate there, but double parries? I like it. However, you're gonna have to die for the sauce, man. I'm so sorry. Put the fries in the bag.
I forgot he has that little extension. That kills. Oh my. 85 damage. Jeez.
And to think that's only the beginning of a Claudio combo, right? Like, you didn't even get to see the 100 yet. You didn't even see the wall come through and help us out.
You know if he needed it, he was going to go to that full 100 for that combo, man. He wanted that round. He said, all right, nah, we're done here. We're going to end this. This character, man. Are we going to see like a Claudio Mirror in Grand Finals, do you think? I get a strong feeling for it. Or Winners Finals, I should say.
I mean, that's what we're going to be seeing in just a few moments when we get these loser matches running in just a few more seconds here. It's going to be Divine Exorcist versus CensedSonic in the Winners Finals, and that's going to be a 1-3 mirror match. And will we see Sonic play the mirror is the real question, because they could always just go ahead and pick Victor if they so want to, but it depends. At the end of the day, gotta give a shout out to Fujin Uchiha for getting that far on the winner side. No disrespect to the player, of course. They got there for a reason. They went, I think, 3 matches straight. Yeah, 3 matches straight until Divine, and now they're down. So now this means they got to make a few more runs if they can get past the winner between Striderfury, and Shinigami, who's going to be one of the 2 fight LighScrap in just a few moments here. So there's a lot of unexpected things we're going to have happen here, but not enough to keep these trains, these gears, not moving. If that makes any sense. I lost the point. I can't find it.
Nah, you're good. Well, we just got a little bit of downtime here before our next matches here. We've got a shout out to our sponsors here. We got Beast in the East on August 22nd to the 24th. Look at all these video games, man. You're going to play all these video games, including the one we're playing now. So Tekken 8. It's a great time.
Third Strike?
In Third
Soul
Strike.
Calibur 1?
You know if they got Third Strike there, it's going to be a goated-ass tournament, man.
Dude. Look, all I'm saying is Third Strike is a game that anybody can just get into. It's a BS game. It's no Tekken BS by any means. It's catered Third Strike BS, because that game is some jank. But you gotta love to hate it. You gotta hate to love it. Either way, it's still a wonderful fighting game. I'm looking out for that one at Beast in the East.
And again, shout out to WNF, the Soul Calibur, every Wednesday night. I watch those guys all the time. They're awesome. Shout out to their T.O. Big Papa Chunk. He's awesome for doing that stuff. We also have the Ultimate Montreal Air Dashers. They'll be playing the Soul Calibur 6 there as well. Also a $100 pot bonus. Check them out. And of course, for XFS, we have the schedule coming up here for June. As we mentioned earlier, the one-shot tournaments here. We got Soul Calibur 6 on June 7th. We've got Dead or Alive 6 for community, and then on the 21st and 27th, we have Tekken 8, respectively, on the 21st, and Street Fighter 6 on 28th. Those are all one-shot tournaments, so keeping with the theme for that month, you get in, you win your game, you move on. You get it. You got to play absolutely crazy for those, man. That's a special kind of tournament, man.
That's a special kind of tournament. You can have as much fun as you want, and I'm sure that's going to be streamed too, so feel free to show up for those tournaments, of course. And again, if you need the dates, please hit !Discord to join the Discord and keep up with the schedule at all times. It is not hard. It is just as simple as, signing up to get some codes off the match arena, which I'm sure we still got plenty of more codes for you guys to take up. As a matter of fact, if we go look over there right now, we still got 42 codes left. I know we don't have a whole lot of people with us here on a wonderful Saturday night. Y'all might be doing God knows what, but if you did come here to watch some good Tekken, if any type of Tekken at all, I'm glad you chose to be here with us. Shout outs to FXFS. Oh my goodness, I will get it correctly once or twice at some point.
I'm not blaming you for getting that wrong. It's a tricky name.
It's tricky. It's tripping me up every time.
But I'll tell you what, we got more Tekken, and we got, what's this called? Like the little LED glasses, like street tech wear? Is that what it's called?
It's more tech wear, if anything. It's all tech wear. That's exactly, honestly, that's the whole fit that Memphis Legends got going on right here. I like it. Tech wear Azucena's kind of nice with it though. But Ashen, previous contender in the first match that we saw, coming back on her screen here, gonna get themselves a beautiful full crouch down 4-4 punish. Unfortunately, it's not enough to confirm. However, we got ourselves a wall. Let's see how they keep it. Oh, that's not how you keep it.
Good punch, and then the 1+2 break, that's going to be enough to kill. We got a player on my local scene who plays Azucena. We call that the Waluigi special because I swear his name is Waluigi, and that's half of his offense. So whenever he hits that move, we call it the Waluigi special.
Yo, the Waluigi special is kind of nice. I'm gonna have to start using that a little bit. The Waluigi at the wall? Luigi? Yeah, that's a dangerous term.
Yeah. Okay, we wanted the heat now here with Memphis Legend, keeping it going here, down jab to stop the step, and then the crouch grab. I love that move so much, man.
That animation is so nice whenever she lands it too, but not as nice as a Despacito, the backswing blow, and Memphis Legends is at a very good point with his Azucena to keep this match outside of, the losing territory, but Ashen trying to make sure that, well, unfortunately, Ashen just, that happened. I'm so sorry. It is what it is, Ashley. You're gonna have to fight back strong right now, buddy.
Well, that's a good start right there. Oh, okay. Well, that might be a little bit cursed though. Wall running 3+4 into another launch. Now you're at the wall. Here comes Memphis with the heat. Gonna keep it going here. 88 damage off of one read, and he gets the parry in the stance.
Automatic.
All this offense going, yeah.
Oh my goodness. What do you do when you're on the wall? Low, your back's on the ground, you can't guess between a mid or a low. Is she? I don't know. It's a lot, but I will say that was a lot of a whiff right there. But good job from Ashen to get the punish. Goes for the simple Oki right there. Slippery yet effective. It did catch Memphis Legends at the tail end, but it's not gonna close out anything just yet. However, can we get the stop? No. Okay, we'll take that.
Just gotta get around the board, then now you can start playing from there. Sometimes you just need to get that one round to feel good about yourself, and that's when you can really pop off.
Yeah, and speaking of popping off right now, it's Memphis Legends who's not too happy about how they lost that round. Could have had this clean game one streak, but Ashen telling them otherwise. There's the headbutt to get the heat engaged party time started. However, Memphis got something to say about that. At the wall, what you gonna do? Wall splat. Here's a full combo. Sets us up for failure, but it's not enough to keep the man down himself. Goes for the throw, and I think we're close to death in one more interaction. Heat smash? Yep.
That'll do it. Man, have you had your cafe today?
Man, I had too much cafe today. If anything, I've had too much of the fiend. Might have been a little bit fiend up right now. I get 2 shots of blonde espresso, maybe a little bit of brown sugar and caramel in there, whisk it around with some cinnamon powder and oat milk. We call that a good drinking.
I just noticed this. I think Ashen, with the customization here for Reina, is that Hanukkah?
I was thinking the same thing. I couldn't tell. It looks like Hanukkah to me, but I'm not too sure. I want to ask Ashen themselves, but whenever they get a chance to talk in stream, we'll find out. But if that is Hanukkah, like we're both thinking, then we're right on the money.
The hair gave it away, I think.
Yeah, it's a dead giveaway with the hair.
Oh, right now, Memphis wanting Ashen dead at the wall, and look at this damage. Oh, and then just goes for the low there in the stance.
He made my man's guess 3 times in a row. That's I know how it feels. I know.
Tries to get some side step there with a down forward 4. Right now, just a lot of plus frames here from Memphis. Oh, counter hit.
At the wall. You gonna make our good friend guess here? Are they gonna guess? Nope, they guessed wrong. Actually didn't get the full string or the full combo there at the wall there to keep offense and their Oki. So Ashen gonna take that time to fight back, but blocking the hell sweep and another low block from LemusAlexander this time. Ashen getting some started there. Oh, that could have been a very sick whip punish. Anything could be dangerous right here. Pushes us back off. Try to go for a low, but 1-1-2. Oh, just 1-1. We just need to check in. Just checking for a little minute.
Yeah, really well played by Ashen there. Just playing really patiently and not doing anything that's going to lead to a lot of damage here. Because Memphis doing a really good job of punishing mistakes that Ashen's been making. But right now, Ashen playing more sound, just up against the wall again. Memphis though, oh, nice punish on the 1-2. Gets the combo at the wall, goes for the simple Oki, stay on the ground again. Okay, Memphis trying to get that step again here. Ashen's gonna keep the turn with the heat dash, backs off again, and the call out with the electric. Ooh. Nice.
Ashen's trying to make sure they keep this tournament run alive. Give the Memphis Legends a run for their money, alright.
Oh, nice duck on the power crush.
And that's how we start us off. That move is a high. You can't avoid that. It's a lot. It's common within the Tekken scene to not know what's a high or a mid these days.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, sometimes the animations just look extremely
They're tricky.
They are. Oh, speaking of highs and lows right there, there's a good counter hit mid to get yourself some combos going. At the wall
We're still
again
keeping
here.
it going.
He's got half a bar of heat to work with here too if he wants it.
Oh, Memphis choosing to keep his opponent alive instead of just going for another hit. What is my man's doing right now? He's going to spend the heat to try and catch up and goes for the cheap 1+2 throw. And that's how we get ourselves into final round double jeopardy situation, whatever you like to call it. I'm not the Jeopardy man.
Good interrupt there from Ashen though, and a nice punish with the 1-2. Keep it going here again, goes to the power crush. Ashen trying to find something to interrupt, and there's the good block on the load there. Not gonna drop this conversion here, gonna get all the way. Activate the heat, get a little extra damage. Now what's the read afterwards? Goes for the mid. Okay, Ashen backing off again here. Oh, gets counter hit by the high. That's unfortunate.
Hella unfortunate. There's the tornado. We're going to be pushing ourselves to the wall right here. Could be optimized super well if they'd have gotten that last hit. That could have been it right there. And there's a down for 1. Now it is officially confirmed to be it 2-0. Memphis Legends will be moving further into the loser side tonight.
And that was just unfortunate. Ashen was playing really patient all the time on defense there. It's just that one time they try to interrupt the stream, they get hit by the counter hit there, and that led to the end. And just, and it was so well played there too, those last couple of rounds. He was playing really patient and neutral. He was getting the timing down in Memphis as he was doing the approaches with the electrics. Unfortunately, just got a little too aggro one round at the very end, and that was all she wrote.
Yep, all she wrote. Well, no less, we're going to be moving on to our next match, which will be Striderfury and LighScrap. Just a few moments here, but if you guys are just tuning in, thank you so much for being here. We are glad to give y'all some wonderful Tekken. We are in the later half of our bracket right now. Got a few more losers matches being ran. And with that being said, after these next 2 sets, we're going to be giving ourselves a little bit of a break, get ourselves whatever we need to do. So for the meantime, let's just keep going on with the show.
Yeah, and if you got the time too, we still have our Matcherino. We'll give that a shout out real quickly here while we got some downtime. Again, exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. We've got plenty of codes to go and use. Pot right now is still at $101. You can contribute to that for free by claiming those codes there. Adds an extra 25 cents, makes it that much more interesting for our competitors. There's no reason not to do it. You gotta support your local scene after all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, just give that little shout out in the chat and make our competitors play that much more sweaty to make sure they get that pot. I tell you, you're gonna be in for some really good ass Tekken if you do that.
Yeah,
it's a
I
great
definitely
thing for
believe
everybody.
so. If everybody's sweating if the palms are sweating mid-match, I think that means we're having ourselves a glorious time. You know what else is glorious? The fact that every time we come to the Tekken Fight Lounge, I always see that bald head. I just want to just like, I don't know. I just want to polish it. Just want to like grab the cloth, just like
That
lather it
is
up
crazy.
with some, just put some soap on it. Just smack it on your head. Be like, we're gonna
Wow.
clean the bobblehead right now.
I
Gotta give a
can't.
shout out.
we're gonna give it a good shine.
Yeah, gotta give a shout out here again to also the AEW wrestler Mark Briscoe, who did that exact thing last weekend on Double or Nothing to Ricochet, who is
Oh my
known for being bald, taking some
Mm.
window cleaner and spit shining Ricochet's head a little bit because you know, you just gotta do it. You let the inner voices take over sometimes, and you gotta clean that bald head a little bit. So you know
I'm
what?
a
I support the action.
I'm a bald brother myself, so I know exactly how it feels. Look, there's a sort of enjoyment you get out of having a bald head, right? There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
being bald. It's a
yeah.
good thing because guess what? That means you can wear any type of hat on the planet, bro.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I do too. I'm bald, and I wear bucket hats, I wear ball caps, I wear all kinds of hats, man. It's a great time.
We could do almost anything, but let's see if Striderfury can do anything because again, they got sent to losers earlier in the bracket tonight by Divine Exorcist, or no, CensedSonic. I am lying. It was definitely CensedSonic. And going up against LighScrap right now, who is choosing to play Victor this time. Or actually, no, they were still playing Victor. It's not this time. They were still playing Victor, and is actually doing pretty good versus Lydia right now.
Yeah, I gotta say too, like this Lydia outfit, man, like the colors and all that stuff, looking pretty fire actually. Oh, the disrespectful up 4-4 just to interrupt the approach there. What are plus frames? What's negative frames? You're only minus if you're well, you know. But
Yeah,
now we're at the wall.
At the wall, you can be a little bit less minus, alright? This is all I'm trying to say. Well, that's not going to stop good old Striderfury here. However, the duck will come through for LighScrap. And we're going to be giving ourselves a beautiful Victor combo with the 1+2 out of eye stance. Does the jazz to try and get some Oki from far away, but not enough. No more heat in sight. How do you end this round off? Oh, one more guess.
Oh, and then that 1-3 string, man. That string that's the round sealer right there. You don't use it until the very end. They forget about it, and it's just like, oh yeah, that move. Well,
any 1-3 string is just like, yeah, you've won the game. You literally just win.
Right now, LighScrap backing Strider up to the wall just like that without even getting a hint of any offense there. Down 4, or just down 2 from Lydia here, not getting to counter it. There's a counter hit though, forward 4-2. That is the bread and butter maker right there for the Lydia players. Keeping the plus frames going, more plus frames here. Down back 3, the parry on the sword. Yes, sir.
I didn't even think that was possible. Oh my goodness. And it still wasn't enough. LighScrap just stole it. Man, refund the game. Refund the game. Refund it.
It got me to believe for a second there when that parry came out, but just wasn't enough damage. Buff Lydia, give her more damage. But dang. It's so close right there. Strider was really patient that first game, or that third round, just waiting for something that he could punish, get something finally at the wall, but just too big of a hill to climb there at the very end. Fortunate, but Victor's wall carry in this game, even when you're not getting juggled by him, he pushes you back so far, man.
Victor is a character that likes to be. This is the pseudo Lars. This is the Lars. This is the pre Lars before you get to the actual character itself. Like, you like saucy combos with a sword, or you like saucy combos with Beyblade tactics behind it, aka the spinner moves, the spinneroonies, the dreidel, if you will.
All right, down 4-2. Catching the step, but then LighScrap just fighting his way out from the wall there. Another down 2, but there's the side step, the 3-2. We're gonna get a huge combo here. Lydia, well, will slow down here, gets the conversion, does still have the heat attack, gets the blue sparks, but not a lot of damage. Gets hit by the wake of kicks. Oh!
Hot kick for the troubles.
Nice, and that is a low crush for Lydia. That's her go-to low crush move. So you just gotta let her rip, and you never know. Sometimes you get a huge reward off of just letting it go, and sometimes from neutral.
Hop kicks are fun to do. I love doing a good hop kick every now and then, but not as much as I love a good 1+2 on counter hit, especially with the hands of Victor Chevalier, who's going to put us at the wall here, and now we're going to get ourselves some good Oki, make us guess real quickly, and then guess correctly, but guess what? You're still blocking Victor. You just got opened up low. What's the last hit that's going to do you in? That's one. That's two. Could it be a third? Take your time now. And then the whiff punish.
Yeah, I got a little too excited there with the forward 4-2. I get it. Forward 4-2 reaches really far, but you got to be careful with when you throw it out. They get to the counter hit, though, with Horse 2 and Heaven and Earth 1. More plus frames here now. Down back 3, catching that step here. Oh, counter hit doesn't complete the string. Didn't believe, but gets the counter hit on the Horse 1+2, and that's going to be another round here to Strider. Nice. Good adjustments there.
After counter hit, after counter hit, it is what it is, my friends. Now we're still blocking ourselves here with Striderfury, getting closer and closer to the wall.
Good use of the power crush to get out from there. Gonna keep the pressure going here with some of that horse stance, but Scrap's just saying, nah, back to the corner you go. Good defense, but getting clipped. Oh, man, and then now she's in the corner. Gonna be taking a lot of damage. Now it's time to guess. Explosion, he's plus as heck. And the counter hit.
That's gonna hurt like hell. If they did not drop the combo, one more hit can do it, and just pokes it out with the eye stance. One, and now final round situation with LighScrap actually having one over Striderfury. Strider's got to figure out something right now. They've been doing good fighting back, but is it enough to seal the deal? Let's find out. They've already attacked their legs 3 times in a row. It's gonna get that party time heat engager, make us guess real quickly. Plus frames, but no punish on the hop kick. What are you doing?
Oh, he just let it rip again. He got it.
Okay, cool. We punished that at least for the most part. Taps the shins once, goes for the full string, and does the up 4-1-1 as well to get the tornado at the wall. Good combo, makes us guess right, keeps the frames. Those weren't given to us for free. Oh, shots him in the chest that time, yo. Oh no, the double legs.
Dang, and I felt it for a second there. Strider had it at the very end, but it slipped away just at the very end there. That Victor offense, man, is smothering people with that. It's insane sometimes to watch.
It is rough, hella rough, and hella annoying to deal with all at once. But I'll tell you what, though, you gotta give it up to Striderfury for scrapping it out with Light himself. LighScrap gonna be moving further in the bracket tonight to go fight Fujin Uchiha, who will be having their match off stream because, as of right now, ladies and gents, before we take ourselves a small break, let us introduce you to the one and only. Okay, there we go. I was waiting for it to move. Alright, let us introduce you to the one-shot showdown first to one battle. It's going to be Soul Calibur 6 this month on June 7th. You need a wire connection, $100 prize pool, PlayStation NA region only. Please feel free to tune in for that, as well as Tekken 8 also in June on the 21st, however. And again, we got a Matcherino for all of these events, !Matcherino, couple of codes, plenty of more codes in this bracket as well, and more in the later brackets. And don't forget to hit !Discord if you want to join in the Discord, get some matches in, get to meet some new players, and of course interact with your online fighting game scene if that's what you want to do. But still support your locals as much as possible.
Indeed, you gotta make sure everybody gets better.
Alrighty.
Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah.
That's fine. It's perfectly fine.
You're all good.
Alright.
We'll be all right.
Okay, you guys. So this is M333, your TO and broadcast producer for the night. I am just coming in because our commentators need a little bit of a breather. They've been commentating very well, doing some awesome commentary on these matches, which I think the majority of them have been very quick 2-0s. Yeah, majority of this bracket is just 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. So it's been very quick. They've been doing a great job. But just wanted to come in here and say thank you guys for watching the stream. We wouldn't be here if you guys weren't paying attention to us. And also, thank you for donating to the Matcherino. I see lots of people have already redeemed codes. But yeah, thank you Kuyamoko, thank you CensedSonic, thank you Fair, thank you Siege, Thank you, Aaron, Donnell, J and V. All those people have already redeemed a code. If you didn't hear your name, rest in peace. That means that you need to go to !Matcherino and redeem a free code. It takes about 10 seconds. You can log in with your Twitch, Discord. I don't know. There's a lot of things you connect to. The Battle.net hub? Yeah, there's a lot of accounts you can connect it to. So if you click on the link that's in the chat, you could go ahead and redeem a free code. It puts 25 cents in the pot. Goes straight to our competitors for fighting super well tonight, giving you guys exciting matches to watch. But yeah, other than that, we've got some events coming up. We were doing Street Fighter 6 a long time ago, and then when Tekken came out, the Street Fighter 6 community started getting a little weird, a little finicky. We had a lot of people sign up, but then they wouldn't pull up to compete, so they were like, maybe we'll just take a little break. So we did, but we think now is a really good time to bring back Street Fighter. So our first tournament back is actually going to be at the end of June, on June 28th, like the commentators were saying earlier. It is a one-shot showdown, so it's all first to one battles. So you really get to prove if you're a good player or not. Or other than that, just go in there to have fun. Because sometimes, you know, first to ones can just be a matter of, you know, chance and if you're able to adapt quickly versus like, you know, having a few matches to adapt. So be a good opportunity. Even if you're a scrub like me, you can get in there and just fight for fun. And then I think the other thing I wanted to say is support Caliber, because Tekken gets so much love. Bamco forgot about Caliber. We do have WNF every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time with Big Papa Chunk. It's run on Parsec, which a lot of people hate Parsec, but we do love Big Papa Chunk because he's one of the best TOs out there. So if you ever have time, you should hit them up every Wednesday. If you're not already in there, in the Soul Calibur Central Discord, they give most of the updates for all the Caliber tournaments, and that one that was happening in Canada, they already have a $200 pot bonus. So we're trying to keep Caliber alive because souls still burn, and we love the game just as much as Tekken, if not more. So we actually have our own Caliber tournament coming up on June 7th for PlayStation. We're thinking of also running PC, but it just has to depend on, you know, do people want PC or do people want PlayStation more? So I know PlayStation doesn't get any love since ESL kind of dropped us off the deep end, but yeah, we still care about the PlayStation community. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and in just a few short moments, we are gonna get our commentators back. But I think I have one more thing. Oh, the team applications. So if you guys you love the FGC, you just love playing games and whatnot, we are looking for diligent and hardworking individuals to help us in Extreme Fighter Showdown join the team. Basically, what we do is we serve the FGC community by putting together tournaments and events. And if you've ever been interested in how things run behind the scenes, or you want to get better in your craft at being a TO, being a commentator, a broadcast manager, a brand ambassador, anything like that, then we do have applications open right now. I'm going to put that XFS team down there to join us up. We have a summer apprenticeship program that runs throughout the summer to help you get trained, because we are going to be switching some stuff up after the summer is over. Some things that are going to be very exciting for XFS. So we'll be able to announce that very, very soon. But for now, we are opening up our applications again for team members to join us to help successfully execute that. But yeah, we will be coming back in a short minute with our commentators and our next matches. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome, and we will see you soon.
Yo, she unmuted us, and I don't feel bad about it because for some reason being unmuted, it's like, you know, when you get muted, it's like you're on timeout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're in timeout. Well, thankfully, we're no longer in timeout. We're back on FSX. Oh my goodness, Extreme Fighter Showdown. I'm you know, I'm no longer saying the acronym. I give up. I give up. I've been butchered ever since I got on here. I can't do it no more. You're gonna have to sue me. You're gonna have to.
Well, I don't know if we can sue you, but we can put you back in timeout and mute you, I guess. That's
No!
Because, you know, XFS is always just... We're just having good times here, you know? That's what we're all
Always.
about here. But, you know, we'll get the acronym right eventually. I almost mixed that up there. I'm surprised I got it. But, you know, we're just having fun here. But, looking ahead at what we got now that we're going back from break, it is winners finals coming up here very soon, which means, that's right, FT3 for all sets going forward here. We're going to have some good-ass Tekken. I hope you're all hungry for it, because we prepared hot and fresh, ready to serve for you.
Grab up those fryers, because this heat's about to start bumping with a Claudio mirror match. And if y'all love Claudio,
everybody's favorite Season 2 character.
everybody loves some Claudio. Look, all I'm saying is that genocide cut ahead a little different, you know what I mean?
I mean, it was already kind of insane in Season 1. It's just his one crazy move. Now he's got like 3 crazy moves like that. So it's like, you know, it's not as bad now because I don't get hit by that as much. I get hit by the guard crush now all the time. That's what they use against me.
I understand.
Yeah.
I will say though, Claudio, maybe I need to play Claudio. You want to know why I want to play Claudio? I'm just tired of it. I want to make people mad. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to make people upset. I want to get on the game that you paid so much money for. I want to go online. I want to see you in my feed. I want to see you in my run of ranked or quick match, and I want to hit you with 5 hop kicks, and you're gonna get caught by all of them. That's what I want to see happen right here, right now.
Like, it's all fun and games playing King, but you know, sometimes I just want to win, so I'm gonna pick Claudio.
Exactly.
I'm not got to worry about not breaking throws when I'm not playing King, so I'm good there. And I just play Genocide, Kata, Guard Break, and I win. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, sorry, go ahead.
It makes sense. No, man, it makes sense. Look, look, we're men, we're guys, we're bros, we're simple-minded. All it takes is that one activation, that one move to activate the... What was it? The
neuron.
The dopamine, the neuron. That's all we need. That one move to activate it before we are like hyping ourselves up that we just landed like 100 damage combo or something.
Yep. Like, forget neuron. We just need to activate the one brain cell and then we're good.
Exactly, bro. Look, all I'm saying is let me be a developer at Tekken HQ for a minute. Let me go work with Bamco for a minute. Let me talk to Harada. Let me talk to Nakatsu.
Go off.
I got some ideas for a bunch of y'all. I think we gonna have ourselves a little talk.
Yeah. I'd say so. You know, like they said, they're looking to change things up now after the reception of Season 2. So, you know, if you want to start listening to us, we got ideas.
Yeah, we got plenty of ideas.
Yeah. You know what else we got plenty of? Metrino codes.
You're not wrong about that. Got too many goddamn Maturino codes. As a matter of fact, I'm still seeing 40. It's got down by 1. It's at 41, which is not bad, I will say. But there definitely could be a few more claim. Maybe y'all should chill the stream a little bit. You know, there's only so much we can do from our side. It's a community-focused event for a reason. We're not asking for a lot. We're just asking for the bare minimum. If that's too much for you, well, I'm sorry. I just asked you for the bare minimum. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do about that.
Like, it's not to say that if we could reach through the monitor and make you do it ourselves, we would. But you know, like we have faith in you. Like, we believe in your intelligence to go do that on your own. We don't need to do it for you. But you know, sometimes you just need a gentle reminder. So anyway, y'all should do that.
Yep. Speaking of doing that, we're doing this match right here with a Claudio mirror match. The names were swapped for a minute, but it is what it is. We finally got that fixed up with Divine Exorcist rocking the black Claudio, CensedSonic repping the blue side of things. This is definitely a different Sonic versus Shadow battle. I remember this is new.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this one.
Sonic Adventure Battle 2 looking a little different these days, I'll supposed to say. Oh, and then just run up low.
I think Claudio's gonna run up and start saying Maria in front of the other Claudio players.
Maria!
Maria! This is your last wish to beat Jin in Tekken 8 and solidify my spot as top 1. Not to mention, I have some of the best offense in the game with the likes of this right here. DP!
Claudio does have Chaos Spear and Heat, so he is Shadow, I guess, if you think about it.
You know what? You're not wrong. He's got, bro. Look at the hand that's blowing right now. That's the gap ready to blow at any moment, bruh. I'm just saying.
Oops, flush frames there. Good sidewalk here, and I kind of lost track of who's who, if I'm being honest. But
you know, it is what it is. It's Divine Exorcist on the better side of the health right now, but CensedSonic giving them a run for the money. Not sure how to close this out. Trying to find some way to get closer to that victory, that finish line. 7 seconds on our clock right now. There's a running man punch in the back. 3-3 will be taking the second round to put us in round 3. And again, this is winners finals, so this is all first to 3. We got plenty of matches to go through.
Okay, good side step there from Divine, and there's that Genocide Kata. Gonna get the full combo in here, activating the heat here, opting to use that for a little extra damage. There is a wall, but you're pretty far away from it still. This is like the biggest stage in the game, I would say.
Yep, still the biggest stage and one of my favorites, just like the double down, or not the double, but the down back 4-3 will take that first game for Divine over CensedSonic, who's got to figure out what is the answer to Claudio, because the mirror matches is going to be a rough one if you're going up against someone like this guy.
Yep. I mean, mirror matches like this is the best way to know whether or not you actually know how to play your character, because you should, in theory, know everything that that person is doing. If you don't have an answer for it, well, you gotta go back to the lab.
Yeah, back to the lab again with you and redo everything that you thought was correct. But mirror matches do open up the eyes to a lot of people, though. You really get to see the character expression that comes within a mirror match for like not even the most part. Honestly, any match that's a mirror.
Yeah, you kind of think like maybe you get the character figured out, and then they start using one move that you thought wasn't that good, and you're like, oh, wait, that move actually is good. I just got to use it in this situation instead. And right now we're seeing here Divine Exorcist just playing patiently here, not letting Censed move a lot. As I say that, though, the wake-up DP, well, if the Orthodox wasn't working in Game 1, sometimes you just run up DP and you get offense going. Now guard crush and the low parry at the wall. Okay, Censed kind of popping off here a little bit, but oh, no break in the throw. As a King player, I felt that.
I understand that as well. Well, we gotta give ourselves some props right now. CensedSonic putting Divine in a rougher situation, but Divine's been blocking this out the whole way through, still keeping that heat, managed to retain it, and doesn't want to use it at all. Matter of fact, it was just a scare tactic. Just in case you thought I was going to use it, I wasn't at all. However, the Genocide Cutter is going to be taking out our good friend Divine Exorcist in one more moment, magical moment. 5 seconds left on the clock, goes for the running man punch and taps you in your ankle from behind. That is round 2.
He wanted that one shining moment. Unfortunately, Divine reminded him this is a 3D game. There are sidewalks. And then he just went for the heat activation twice in a row there. Second one hitting, and now he's at the...
Yeah, that was a good call.
Woo! There's going to be a lot of damage here now. What's the Yoki setup? Oh, another one!
Divine having a tough time trying to figure out an answer. The aggression is kind of catching him off guard in this round. Now it's currently round 3 in Divine. I'm surprised the round went that way it was. Usually Divine is the one being the aggressor. Usually Divine is the one inside of your comfort zone, making you guess for your life. But when Sonic did everything that they just did right there, it was kind of tough to fight back.
Yeah, it was a huge momentum shift, but as we're seeing here now, I think Divine kind of saw those 7 golden letters pop up on his screen, and like MJ, he took that personally. Not 7 gold letters there exactly, but sure was dang close to it. Divine now kind of going back to the poke heavy style, but just getting floated out of the air by a little light jab, and now Sonic's got the wall.
Yep, don't stop till you get enough, and Sonic wants to keep it going. You only get that combo once every week or so. So use it wisely. Nice sidestep, by the way. Activates the heat to make sure no more offense is being started, but the big god hand shot from above. There's the DP from below, and now this is going to be a quick wall we're coming up on. Going to spend the heat to make sure we get it, and look at that damage already catching up with the health bars.
Oh, man, and he goes for it again there, too. The Yokis are working really well. Good sidestep here from Sonic now. Guard crush again. Man, that move has been just rolling through our players here tonight. I don't blame them, though. Oh, again, he got the timing. He changed it up. And now we got less than... Ooh. Uh-oh. The guard crush. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it was... Oh, well, that also sucks for our good pal.
That does, yeah.
What I want to say was at the wall, Divine chose the backdash there. It probably wasn't even the input that they wanted, because you usually got to sidestep that. That move is pretty linear, despite how annoying it tends to be. You just got to be ready to react to it, which is not easy.
No, it's not. Especially too, like in the heat of the moment, you might be focusing on something else popping out, but then you're not ready for it when you do see it. Ooh, good break there on the throw. He was trying to go for a step there with how that throw plays out to Claudio. Oh, no punish there. It gets a counter hit. Nice sidewalk here again by Sonic. His movement is still on point. He's not afraid to keep moving around. That's huge right now at this point of the game.
Yep, very huge right now. Movement is definitely going to be key in this matchup, especially when you're going to be spamming those new moves given to Claudio this season here. Try to sidestep right there, but Divine unfortunately getting caught and is going to have to eat some damage for it. Not dead just yet, but now we are with CensedSonic finally making this 1-2-1. Divine is just not going to be liking that one too much, and this is the problem with a mirror match. I say problem, but it's more like this is that tenacity. You know, both players are evening out the odds at every moment, doing the same tactics to each other, same intros, mirroring one another's actions at every moment. But it seems Sonic was just getting a little bit too belligerent there, and that is what Divine wasn't counting on. So now we're going to be seeing if Sonic can keep that same aggression, or will it all come crumbling down against the fortress that is Divine Exorcist.
And right now, just gonna say that we were starting off really slow with some nice little poking game here, but since as soon as I was gonna say that, getting that counter hit, getting Divine to the wall here, forcing the heat activation, but actually gets hit on the way in. Sidewall saving lives there, so now returning to neutral, but they had the exact same idea. I swear, Claudio players shared the same brain cell, but to be fair, it is a busted move to use a neutral like that.
Hey, that's move been like that since Tekken 7. If you ain't using that busted while running punch, man, I don't know what to tell you. Are you even playing the game at that point? Like, we gotta think about this. We gotta think about that for a second. We also gotta think about these seconds coming up on our clock right now. Divine X is coming up on 3 seconds. There's 2. Will Sonic take this round? Yes, he will. By the counter going down to the wire 0. 17% over Divine? That was so close.
It was, and both of the players trading here at the start of the round. Good break on that throw here now. Sense trying to push the tempo with a run in now. Divine taking advantage of it. Just using pokes here again. Right now we're just trading like really small moves. Nothing too crazy. They kind of seen each other's like big offense to get kind of going here in the first couple of games, and now it's just slowing it down, playing patiently, trying to force mistakes without committing too much.
And that's definitely the game plan of Divine X's right there. You got that right. It is Sonic right now, lowering that help, getting that help bar whittled down. And then while rising 4, after the counter hit, sidestep 4 is going to float our good pal. And now we're in round number 3.
Yeah, it was just nothing too crazy. Like, no big combos. It was just pokes all of that round. And right now, you're kind of seeing again here, Divine's just trying to kind of space Sonic out. Wants to not push the attack so much now, just whittling down the offense and then waiting for the opportunity to go crazy. Here we go. Play the Prince. We're going crazy. We're at the wall, dropping the combos apparently, though, because I'm commentating it and I have a really bad habit of cursing people. Cleaning it out, though, taking the round, going up 1 round and 2-1. Good conversion there. Sense, though, man, Sense, he wants that momentum back on the side. Here comes the guard crushes.
They were trying to come through in full force, but it's not going to be enough. Divine, very, very dominant with that game plan of being patient and letting the opponent kill themselves, which got showcased right there. Is going to cancel the heat there. Didn't want to risk taking a hit and putting themselves in a worse situation, because guess what? Sonic's back is still at the wall. Now both players are on the side at the wall right now, and Sonic is still working to that wall right behind us here. Look at the damage being applied. There's the hand of God, the double knees into the palm. Oh my goodness, how beautiful.
Ooh, just down back 1 to keep Sonic in that corner, but he fights his way out. He's going to get the wall combo. He's got the heat activation to work with. He has rage. Oh, no.
Oh.
Good movement there. Oh, but the side wall saving lives. Low heat. Now that kill. 10 seconds.
7 seconds, going down to 6, down to the wire. Sonic making a bad move and gets caught by the hand from above. Man, this is 2-1 with Divine Exorcist. One of, if not the best, taking it once again. I gotta say, I'm liking this. I'm liking this back and forth. It gives you a sign of both Claudio players. What exactly are they in for?
Yeah, it looks like we're going for a stage change here. Maybe see if we have a little change of scenery to change things up. But at Divine, just we were saying playing a really safe here, waiting for Sense to make a mistake, and I saw like the first big change in that last game there. Sensed and Divine were like trading one-hit pokes for like the longest time, and then as soon as Sonic went with one string that was duckable, Divine immediately jumped on it, crouched underneath it, and punished it, and then it was just a snowball from there to get game 2.
Snowballs are definitely a thing in any fighting game, but in Tekken, it definitely hits hard. It is definitely not pleasant. I gotta say, look, if I'm talking about a snowball, I'm talking about the frozen, thing that we ball up and throw at our friends. This is not one of those pleasant snow fights. As a matter of fact, we are in France on a boat. There is no snowballs in sight. All I see is koi fish hidden underneath the stage.
We can't hear it, but I know there's a saxophone player going absolutely insane somewhere in the background.
Exactly. Somewhere in amongst that crowd right now. Victor's probably up in there somewhere too. You just don't see him yet.
I think there's like a 3-star resort restaurant up there, and Victor's probably just enjoying some food up there and watching it all. But meanwhile, Sense is enjoying his turn at the wall, gonna get all this damage. Here comes the activation now from Divine. Actually, Sonic just says, nah, I'm gonna break right through that, actually.
Bro, I told you, that's the hand of God, man. That's the God hand, bro. It comes through. Oh my god, that's floater damage though. It's not a whole lot to kill, but it's definitely enough to keep that momentum. Divine is doing a good job smacking us down once again, and then another smack from above. Oh my god.
You try to catch him with a cheeky Chaos Spear, but then just running up and then doing a down back for the seal the round. And this is set point now for Divine. Ooh. The sidestep against the running 2, and just like that, Divine's got Sonic up against the wall. He activates his heat, the cash out, a little extra damage. It's 87 health, or 87 damage done. The guard crush, here it goes.
Oh, no. You were ducking! Why were you ducking?
After all of that, it's just the random DP that gets you.
The random DP, the fact that we can really say that in this game, the random DP. I didn't think I could say that in this game.
Only this character. It's only Claudio. I don't think any other character really has something that we would necessarily call a DP, but that, like, what's it called, like Star Trailblazer or something like that? He's got, like, a weird naming style for his moves, but it is like a Dragon Fist, essentially. That move, man, that not only pays your taxes, it hits all those crushing opponents, and you get a huge chunk of damage off of it, man.
I gotta go see what that move was actually. Now I'm curious, because there's, move names, when you look at strings of moves in Tekken, how do I say it? It's unique. It's very character fitting. Lots of Claudio's moves, I feel like, have a lot of Italian, meaning, Italian words in some of them for somehow, or just mythical feeling to them. Like, for example, what is it? His DP, what is it called? Go back, it's down back 1+2 if I'm not mistaken. I know where this move is at. It's Blue Moon. Not Italian in the slightest, but Blue Moon. That is, that's a pretty good DP. It's a pretty good DP name. I ain't gonna lie.
Blue Moon's always good with a good slice of orange, but when you get hit by it in Tekken, I tell you what, it doesn't feel so good. Kind of makes you feel like after the morning after drinking like 10 Blue Moons, but I mean,
hey, yo, stay away from the moonshine.
Yeah, that's a little too much right there. But yeah, like, kind of tell you what you're saying. Like, sometimes the names for moves are just the weirdest thing, because you'll have something like punishing upper ground crusher, and it's literally just like a 2-1 jab string. And it's like, how did you come up with that name exactly? Like, where did you get that from? It's literally me. It's like, damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn,
how do you name that way? Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny.
I'm pretty sure, like, there's probably a Tekken move name called, like, damn son, where'd you find this? It's literally just a Magic 4 or something like that.
Yo, the While Running 2 being called Era, though. That one name? That one word? Era? IRA? Yeah, that's
Hear that?
irresponsibly using that move. That's what y'all call your players do. Y'all
Clever.
irresponsibly using that move.
I mean, I'm gonna get hit by it still anyway, so they'll keep using it.
Hey, you know, look, you gotta fight fire with fire. You gotta go to the character select screen, pick Claudio, and then just start winning your games. I think there's a little bit more to it than just winning the games. Of course, you gotta be a little bit disrespectful. You know, you got Genocide Cutter, you got the Superman Punch, the irresponsible while running 2 move. You got Mr. Good Old Fashioned. What is it? Is it a forward one? That's actually the one I was thinking of the most. Yeah, it is called Meteor Storm, and that's up forward 2.
Okay.
Meteor Storm. Wait, yo, so, you know, I got it. Looking at Tekken move names are actually so cool. Holy crap. They're actually really cool. I'm like, how do we miss these things?
Well, it's like you say the name, and it's like, wow, that sounds really cool, and then you watch the move, it's like, okay, I guess I guess we could call it that. I guess like for some characters who like specialize in like a very specific martial arts,
Yeah.
they call it like the actual move, like Sabaki or like mid kick, and it makes sense, obviously. But then you have like for wrestling, like you do the throw, and that's what it's called, and yeah, that makes sense. But then like the guys who have like the mystic stuff, it's like, okay, well, what do you call the one jab? Divine intervention. Okay, sure, I guess.
Divine
Yeah.
intervention. You know, I had it funny enough when I was commentating for an exhibition held out here in Houston, Texas, the Cuddle Cup, the Cuddle Core Cup qualifier. Uh, I had the pleasure of working with Iambic, and I think I said John's like, I think, what is it, up for what? I kept calling it something else. I just knew it was divine, but I couldn't figure out the other half of it. She kept telling it to me, and I'm like, I don't know why. It's just not registering with me. I don't know if I like it too much. So I just started calling it divine. And it's no longer divine. It's actually hell to get hit by that.
I suppose so. Well, let's look ahead here now. We got LighScrap and LemusAlexander on screen now for our losers semifinal. Again, this is first of 3. Man, I just noticed this. LighScrap's got like a fabulous, that's all I can describe it, fabulous design for this custom outfit for Victor. I mean, he's got the peacock feathers, he's got the LED glasses. Fabulous.
Yo, he is fabulous, glamorous, looking like some fabuloso. Alright, he is clean, dripped out, and ready to pull up to the party. After that first round right there, I think he's definitely looking pretty clean. However, LemusAlexander here is still on the Eddie. No character swap just yet. Going up against Victor here is a little bit challenging though for the most part, because again, Victor's got a lot of ways to keep Eddie trapped in their range. However, this balcony break is going to be major, because guess what happens next? We're about to die. You wanna know why I'm saying that? Because he's gonna optimize us. Just like that.
17 hit combo, man.
Off of a grab.
My fingers cannot comprehend the amount of button presses I would have to do for something like that, but he's able to make it look. And right now, LighScrap is saying, okay, I guess we're down here on the bottom. Time to use some wall explosions, go to Explosion. Now it's time to guess with the Victor pressure.
Using those walls is a good way. Nice perfecto, by the way. Just using a simple jab string, something that LighScrap has been doing the entire tournament. But yeah, using those wall blasts is actually pretty important, because once you use them, they're no longer there. They don't come back after a round, so that means both players will eventually be on even terms if they use their resources wisely.
Ooh, speaking of wisely there, break duck underneath the high there, and a punish accordingly here from Lemus. Trying to go for some Oki there with the stance, doesn't get it, but wakes up with the kick attacks here. LighScrap, undeterred, gonna keep pressing the buttons, gets the against the wall, activating the heat, Explosion plus frames, time to guess. Guessed wrong, now more guessing.
Yo, he is still guessing for his life right now, and is gonna get it confirmed because they guessed for a little bit too long. Yo, my man LighScrap is putting on the work right now. But the Rager, that's gonna hit you right in your dome, buddy. Matter of fact, that hit more on the backside. You might want to get a chiropractor after that one. I don't know if I like that too much. And then the Ancestors is back there cheering on this butt whoop. Oh, man.
Victor's an old guy, you gotta watch out for his back, you know?
True.
He's not as spry as he used to be.
Well, you say that, but he's currently saying who's going to pay for his dry cleaning after he just sliced up Eddie with the karambits. I'm a little nervous right now. I don't know if I could trust him.
I might need to add the chiropractic bill to that as well, then I guess. Sure, his back's still not feeling the best after that domain expansion, but LighScrap not showing any signs of slowing down here.
Yo, Victor's domain expansion would go crazy though. Think about that for a second. Think about that Samurai domain expansion. He gets like a little JoJo stand and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of sick.
I can see it. I'd have to imagine it'd be like somewhat French inspired though, so I imagine just like a whole bunch of Eiffel Towers popping out of the earth and surrounding the opponent.
He's gonna get Silver Cherry.
There you go, that's what you need, yeah. Okay, right now, Lemus fighting his way out here from the wall. He's got heat, got rage, gets the low here, gets the install. Okay, so remind me, I'm not as like versed in the Eddie gameplay as other people. What does he get with those install charges exactly?
Those install charges lets him get some newer moves, and not to mention, I want to say they give him a few extra plus rings. But Madinga's not too much of a threat, despite it being an install. Most characters having that, but Eddie, I think they've made it much more threatening with him. It's just hard to see the effects when not a lot of people are on the character, and most of the time the Mandinga effects reset, so you don't get to see the full effect of it across rounds. However, we are seeing LighScrap, without any install for that matter, go all in with nothing but straight off and straight hands, not giving Lemus an absolute chance to work with here. And Light trying to work off of any sort of hit he can get to go for a full combo, because the last thing he needs is Eddie to start playing the game.
Right now, LighScrap interrupting Lemus there again, but Lemus is still able to get some offense going here. Although Lemus, or I should say LighScrap, just interrupting it. It's not exactly a punish. You don't see this little notification pop up. He's just pressing buttons and knowing when to challenge Lemus, not letting him just run away with it.
And it's a good thing though, because again, Eddie wants to be in your face. He wants to play very, very, not trigger happy, but very tricky. He wants to make you fall for a lot of his animations. So Light is doing a good job at like trying to move around, stay active, making sure they can interrupt everything they can do, just like that right there with the explosion. But the spring kicks fights back, and LighScrap is staying alive for the most part. But again, now we're in the tail end of our health right here with Rage and Heat available. Gonna keep those plus frames, but again, big blow on counter hit. Not enough to seal the deal though. Try to make him guess, and they guess wrong, unfortunately for LighScrap. That's not looking too pretty as Lemus sits on round number 4.
Yeah, but that will be punished any day of the week against anybody who knows how to properly deal with Victor's pressure like that. Like, he does look overwhelming at first, but when you figure out where the gaps are in Victor's pressure, you start to see it, and then it gets a little less daunting to approach Victor's. Oh, but that is just good fundamentals right there. Spaced perfectly, even with the cancel, and the whiff punish there from LighScrap's going to take the round, and now he's got a chance to go up 2-0 here over Lemus. Add a little extra pressure here, make it a little bit more stressful, but Lemus just letting it rip, gets the launch here, gonna get the wall, here comes the heat, gonna activate it pretty early here in the round, cash out that damage. What's the guess here?
Over is gonna try to run away from Victor, but that's the problem. You gave Victor room to run up on you, and now Lemus is the one in the rage. Not gonna get a flow combo for that, but it's gonna be a very good interrupt. However, the frames have been given to it for free, and they used them wisely, but a broken throw. Now we're at the wall. Explosion staying safe because it was in heat time. And now one more guess could do it. One more interaction could do it. There's a 1-3 punish from Lemus. One more hit, that's all it takes. That's all we're looking for, is getting there. But there's the wall confirmed, and this is going to seal the deal, because guess what? The ancestors have come to say, this is my victory.
I'm not sure why LighScrap went for that particular move in that situation. That is like -13, easily punishable there. Lemus was ready to just wait it out. I was kind of expecting just the 1-3 string that we've been seeing so much before from Victors to close rounds, but no, that not the best move to use in that situation, unfortunately. So now Lemus tying it up one game apiece here. I'll have to see what adjustments we can make here from Lay to kind of keep this back on his side.
Well, those adjustments are we're definitely looking good in the last round. Just staying a little bit more patient, just kind of watching out for what LighScrap does, because if there's something you gotta notice, LighScrap is actually not confirming a lot of these straight hits that they're getting. Sometimes they'll land a counter hit low out of the eye stance, but don't go for the doesn't go for the follow-up afterwards. Lemus is taking advantage of that missed damage that LighScrap could be having to really seal the deal here, but it just depends. They're working with the scraps, but they're not confirming a lot of the scraps. However, we're confirming this big hit though.
There you go, and that's what he kind of needed there after that round. Getting a little smothered, a little too much, finally getting some offense going. Now it's plus frame city. Goes for just the quick high there, not getting too much off of it. He's still got a little bit of heat to work with here. Oh, but great duck there by Lemus. Like I said earlier, like when you kind of figure where the gaps are, where to probably punish Victor, he kind of starts falling apart. And that was just a really great read there by Lemus.
Yeah, Victor is one of those simple but easy characters to follow. Simple yet effective, however not unbeatable by any means necessary. Just like Eddie for that matter. But you're still fighting against the God of Destruction, LemusAlexander, fighting for the Mexico FGC, of course, who's thankfully able to block a bunch of Victor at the moment. Got a few hits in, but it's not enough to really kill. Getting that help back with the great life stare advantage. Gets hit with the mid. LighScrap is going to have to work back if this combo is dropped, but I don't think it will. Look at where we're going. Look at that wall that's coming up eventually, right? Optimization station. No, he drops it, unfortunately. And now LighScrap's got something to work with here if they had nothing to say about a power crush, though.
Yeah, that's the momentum killer right there, the power crush move. You finally get done getting carried by a combo, you get a hit, and it's like, okay, I got a chance for this comeback, and they just let the power crush rip, and then it's like, dang, I thought I had a chance to get back on my side. But there's a good counter hit, down back 3 right there. This is going to be a nice chunk of damage here for Light. He's got heat to work with. Oh no, side wall is saving lives here though. Lemus activating his heat. Oh boy.
Trying to stay in as much as possible. Is going to go for the nice heel kick from Eddie. Lemus staying alive in as much as possible. Good dick jab in the rub. And once again, one more guess could do it. Gets caught with the mid once again, and that's the second time LighScrap has gone down like that. This is 2-1. LemusAlexander showcasing why they made it to top 4 in the first place.
Indeed, yeah. I think this is still
First of three.
All right. So we still got one more game to play here. Ligh's got an opportunity to make those adjustments, but right now, like, Lemus is doing a really good job of just playing sound Eddie, like, on defense. That's the big thing right now. He's being patient on defense. He's waiting for those gaps to punish the Victor gameplay, and then after that, he's just using the stances to keep his turn all the time.
It's important to keep your turn as much as possible, but thankfully we are on the Coliseum of Fate, so the walls are definitely in sight, but they are far away. However, this does benefit Victor due to just insane wall carry, but we are starting us off with a very solid hitting gauge to get that one stock up, and they are rising slowly but surely. If we get another move used, it was going to be that move that we saw earlier getting beaten out, but LighScrap on offense here. Good interrupt with the jab, by the way.
And he still has heat activation if he wants to use it. There it is. He's going to get the carry all the way to the wall. Oh, okay, not all the way to the wall, but you're there now, I guess. You got heat to work with. You got rage. Oh, boy. Caught the step, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, caught the step, and that's a new move for Victor as well. The wall running low, by the way, that just catches everybody off guard and has 2 hits. Pretty good on hit, really. Not the best on block. Just like that was not the best option for Lemus to go for there, but it was an unfortunate drop for LighScrap. However, good for Lemus because they're staying alive. Popping that heat immediately. Unfortunately, Light just way too on top of the game.
Yeah, I think defense is finally working here for Light. We've seen him like starting to get some more crouching punishes coming in, and then now the side movement coming in clutch as well now. Just like that, you're up against the wall here again, and he just takes it with that chunky mid. And just 2 quick rounds here now for Light. He really needs to kind of get back on the side. Heat activation coming in early, like not slowing down in the slightest. Don't give him any time to breathe.
And no time to breathe at all. In a game like this, not giving your opponent a singular chance to think is definitely how you can win the game. When it becomes overwhelming to think about, you've successfully crushed the spirit. However, the only spirit not being crushed right now is Lemus, who's getting themselves a solid, beautiful heat dash confirm. Unfortunately, they dropped it. We're going to pick up. You know what I like to do. Continue the combo after the combo drops because you're never ready for it.
Sometimes you just got to accept that American resets are the best strategy to take.
Yes, they are. You can't take that throw though, but good tech.
Yeah. Okay, backing off here again, going to the neutral, going for the stance here again. Light just waiting it all out and properly punished with a 2-2 string, but here comes the activation now from Lemus. Good interrupt, gets the counter hit, crumple, and now we're going to get this huge wall carry that you mentioned earlier here from Victor. I don't think you can get all the way to the wall, but you're pretty dang close.
Having that positioning is more than enough because the next hit could put us at the wall, but Lemus with a good heat dash engager once again to get ourselves a nice confirm, but unfortunate drops. Gotta start doing that. Gotta switch up the combo routing this time because now we're going to be seeing 2-2 with LighScrap up on the board. Lemus unfortunately dropping that combo like that definitely costed them the round.
Yeah, maybe just nice tournament nerves, playing on the Coliseum. You get all those people chanting for you to get hit by something. Just felt like, shoot, I almost had it, but nah, unfortunately. But hey, we're not done yet. We got one more game, final game of this set, man, and now the Source is up there, man. I gotta imagine.
I gotta imagine just what's going through the head of both of these players right now. We're going to the Seaside Resort. So this is going to be another, or well, not even another, one final bout between these two players. Let's see how this turns out because this is the best stage, in my opinion. I will not take any slander on this stage. I love it to death. It's so neutral. It's so simple. This is what this is the stage that we need in this game.
Like there's a good ratio between space to move and having to deal with walls. It's not too much on either side, I'd say. So yeah, I agree. This is honestly probably one of the best designed stages for this edition of Tekken.
And another thing about this right now is that look at where we're at. We were at the wall, now we're away from the wall. LemusAlexander trying to make Scrap fight for their lives here. Closer and closer to that rage territory, but it's going to be Light who activates their heat first.
The whiff punish I saw there earlier, but okay, Lemus just finding his way out. The grab, not the kill. Oh, and then just a quick little jab again.
Good call, because jabs are the quickest way to seal the deal. Jabs do never hurt. You know, someone told me this. A jab on block means a lot. A jab on block says a lot about how you want to play this game. You're plus on block at that point, my friend. Like, just take your time.
Yeah,
And
no
if you
rush.
hit, you can confirm.
Exactly. Right now, first time we've seen Light use that throw, have to maybe change up some of his approaches that he's using here. Got plenty of life lead to work with though now, but Lemus letting the pressure rip here for the stances. Good call on the roll there on the situation. Right now, like I was gonna say, like took less than 10 seconds for that life lead to go absolutely, completely gone.
Wow. Yeah, it's just gone. There's no more to be working with. Like he read every roll that he tried to go for. All the attempts on trying to fight back were not there. It was just hard for LighScrap to get anything started. And then we get the up for 1+2 throw as well. Oh boy, my man Lemus is putting a lot of heat onto Light right now, trying to get that prize pool of $102, which can be increased if we get some more codes taken up in a few more moments here, because we are in the latter half of our bracket, and that could have been something serious if it did not trade.
Oh, okay. Using the heat attack there to take his turn back, staying on the ground to go meet those high jabs. Okay, here mix up. No, just opts to back off here now. 2-2 string, doesn't go too crazy with the gun. Ooh, and that low reaches really far.
Oh my goodness, yep, it moves him forward too. It's gotta be a 4-4 motion of some sort. But either way, the only thing forward here is LemusAlexander's tournament run. Gonna be putting themselves in losers final to go up against a Claudio player that we've seen before we went to break. CensedSonic.
CensedSonic, and man, I think this was it a run back here we saw earlier? Yeah, Lemus
This is a
played
run
against
back.
CensedSonic. Yeah. Sense was the guy obviously who sent Lemus down to losers, obviously, but I mean, he wants that Claudio matchup again, man. I guess you gotta learn how to play against Claudios now these days. He's everywhere.
That character will not leave this game for as long as we are alive. I mean, I get it though. There's a lot that comes with being that character, right? You're one of the best characters around. You know, you got a bunch of people who know how to play the game. They're going to be on that character as quickly as possible because, again, they see buffs. They think to themselves, you know what? Yes, I need to play him. This is what I need. This
Claudio,
right here is what I need.
Yeah, he is just that guy now. You could call it, I guess, in the season
That guy.
2 patch. He's that guy.
He is that guy, pal. Trust me, he is that guy.
Yeah. You know who else is that guy? People.
The Maturino?
I was gonna say people who redeem their Maturino codes are indeed
yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, they are that guy. They're them.
Yeah, which we still have some Maturino codes to use here tonight. So if y'all are in chat have not used yours yet, what are you doing? Don't you want to be the guy? They made a whole game about being the guy, but you don't even need to buy that. You could be the guy right now by typing in !Maturino in the chat, go into our site and redeeming that code for absolutely nothing to yourself except maybe 5 seconds of your time. Really, what do you have to lose? You help your community, you make it that much more fun, we'll call it, for our players to play for the pot, and you just feel good doing it. What's not to love?
And this is a free online tournament, no less. So please give us a shout out. It supports Extreme Fighter Showdown. It supports the commentators, players, it supports everybody. At the end of the day, we all love to see our positions within this FGC grow, and we love to give y'all what y'all want. Good matches, good support, and not to mention very well ran events, because Mia is doing a wonderful job, but not as wonderful as CensedSonic here with a beautiful combo. That's 90 damage, almost to 100, but what an interaction. The cameraman is the best character in the game. I kept saying it.
Man, he got a little bamboozled there, and now Lemus is taking advantage of that, activated the heat. Oh, well, as we were saying that, Sonic brought out his own little pocket, nothing personal kid, and now we got this wall. Never mind, I was going to say wall carry, but he drops it. Said that. Lemus backing him back up to the wall here again. Some plus runs, good sidestep there, and the low to close it.
My god, I love the effects on that low afterwards too. See, Mandinga's such a cool install, and I think it deserves some more flashiness to it, some more buffs, but I mean, I'm somebody that also wants balance in this game. If we're gonna get balance, we gotta touch some characters first. Like Claudio here, not getting touched just yet. Lemus though, finally putting some damage on, 45 in, alrighty. Locking us in place, we're at the wall. Heat Smash could break it at any point now. Are they going to? No, spin the Heat Dash. Good call.
Man, he's just absolutely getting smothered right now. That whole, like, 20 seconds was nothing but any offense. Makes the right call, gets the crumple and the punish. Those are 2 quick rounds here for Lemus now, looking to get to grand finals almost kind of like in a speed run fashion, I'd say.
My man's got somewhere to be, and he wants that run back immediately. CensedSonic sent him to loser, so now he's got to send Sonic out of the tournament for the night. 2 rounds up, didn't sidestep the charge up, and now we got to double up the damage, 46% in. Block it out just a little bit longer. Lemus hold the frames for a little bit. Power crush, get off me. And now we pop the heat to stay in this as much as possible.
Ooh, I think he went for the throw there. Sense just had just enough space to back away from it. Unfortunately, though, get it caught there on that movement option. And that's game 1 going to Lemus. Little extra hit there on the end for good measure, I would say. But he's warmed up. He's ready to go.
You just gotta make sure. You gotta seal the deal with it. That's the insurance policy.
Yeah. No other reason at all. None I can think of. Nothing salt related, I'm sure.
Exactly. See, look, what do you mean salt? There's nothing. All I'm saying is, all the salt in the universe couldn't save you from, you know, the one simple answer. Just block. Just block.
Just block. Like, see there, he blocked and then he sidestepped because that was the right option, and then he did the VP. That's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he's down a round right now, but that's not going to stop good old LemusAlexander right now. My man is unfortunately getting genocide cut out of their shoes. I'm so sorry to say it to you, my brother. You're going to have to hold that pressure just a little bit longer unless you got an answer for it, which they tried to, but immediately getting stuffed out with the low there. Good job from CensedSonic putting the pressure on, trying to make Lemus guess for their lives. There's a heat burst earlier. Now we're in this situation of play my game. I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna be in your face. I'm gonna try to open you up, and I'm doing so. Chip damage is no longer on the table unless I use a specific string.
You know what, I'm surprised we have not seen a lot of rage arts tonight. I think we've only seen like 1 or 2. But to be fair, there just has not been a lot of opportunities to use it. Like right there, even if he had used the rage art, he would have gotten knocked out regardless.
Yeah, and what a beautiful duck, by the way, from Lemus as well. Good crumple, gonna put us at the wall, optimized properly this time, no drops in sight, added extra damage for the policy there, known as save me from this Claudio before we go home tonight. Down 2-1, my goodness, credit card swipe, that's the debit and credit.
Man, that just, the hitbox on that one looks ridiculous when you consider the fact that he was rolling off to the side. I have no idea how that hit, but it did. But Sense still getting backed up here now against the wall. Both players having their heat in effect. Okay, now they're both gone. Plus frames now. Dick Jad to stop them from pressing anything. And then the stance transition there to take it. Lemus looking to go up 2-0 here if he can take this round here.
Yeah, my good man, LA is absolutely dominating the scene right here versus CensedSonic right now, running it back as much as they can right here. And I gotta say, I'm very impressed.
I think he's like 5 for 5 on blocking the sidestep
yes.
low kicks on this set here. Like every time that Sense is throwing it out, he's been right there ready to block it.
Yo, like, he understands. Yo, he is in this guy's head right now. Look at this combo. Look, we about to go to the wall. We don't even need the wall break. I don't want to break the wall at all. I just want the damage. I want to hit you with the overhead kick, and I want to get the kick up as well. Just like that, as you saw this install being at 2, his game count is also at 2 in this set.
I was kind of worried there when in game 2 started off, Sense was able to hit those guard crushes. I thought the momentum was going to start swinging back in the favor of Claudio. But no, Loomis just playing really good defense, not letting him have the opportunity to use that guard crush. And I guess that's how you stop Claudio. You just don't let him hit any buttons, and then you win.
You're not allowed to play the game, Claudio. I'm not sorry, man. I just don't think you need to be playing this game. If anything, I think you need to I can't say it on stream. My lawyer has advised me not to speak, unfortunately.
Understandable.
Yeah, my lawyer is a very wise man. Very solid. It's got 3 holes. He is a very common usage in building things like houses and whatnot. We're building up some damage with this combo right here. The ball cat about to get snacked onto Eddie's head if he doesn't find an answer, because that was 74% of your health gone and you're still losing more.
Boy, and then now we're saying here, like, Sonic needed that momentum shift with that guard crush, finally getting it back in his favor. He was able to get Eddie up against that wall, and then from there on out, it was just Claudio pressure after Claudio pressure. Again, huge whiff punish here. Gonna start slowly backing Loomis up to the wall again, but able to fight his way out of it this time. Ooh, little weird interaction there.
Yeah, very weird interaction. Oh, okay. Thankfully, we're not dead just yet, but this combo is going to hurt quite a lot, though, because guess what? We are at the wall, and charging it up, that bad boy is going to hurt like hell. Double backhands, and now we are going to be seeing a second round over in CensedSonic's corner here, putting a lot of heat and work on the boy right now.
Yeah, I gotta say, this stage change has been huge for Sense. Like, smaller stage, obviously, less room to move around, and then you go again, like, after one combo. For Claudio, that's huge. Blocking the low heat attack there, doesn't need the rest though, just the wall rising punish, and man, that was like, what, 2 minutes for a whole game there, I think?
That had to have been 2 minutes. These rounds are only 60 seconds after all. 60 seconds does equal to a minute, not an hour. And that means CensedSonic has got plenty of more minutes to work with. 1 to 2 right now. Finally putting up on the board.
That was like a don't call it a comeback game if I've ever seen one. He's like, I've been here. I just needed 2 games to warm up, all right? I haven't played for a while.
That was my download.
Yeah. We're going to go immediately to another stage. Oh, well, like we were saying, get rid of those walls. Claudio might struggle a little bit, and you can't go to a much more anti-wall stage than Nakashima right here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely anti-wall, but this makes good comfort for Alexander, because again, he can just play around being very evasive and very compact. Doesn't have to do a whole lot, because once you get to a wall, you'll probably be dead before you can actually utilize it. Nice punish from CensedSonic, by the way, and good punish back in response from Lemus. Gonna get the beautiful floater come right here, so it's not a lot of damage, but it's good positioning for the meter and where we're at right now.
Keeping his turn going here, forcing the heat activation out here from Sonic to get his turn back. Off suspended right away to kind of keep the offense going. He's got rage, but right now these little pokes from Lemus are adding up. Ooh, good block, and the punish. The genocide kata does your taxes, punishes opponents. It allows you to be arrogant on defense because it has a little bit of evasive property on startup. It's such a great move for Claudio.
Yep. Hella great move for Claudio, but the only thing great here is that LemusAlexander's offense is getting started. It's going back to that relaxed stance. However, the DP has something to say about that. And you know I like a good Claudio combo. Pops the heat right there. And now we got to question what CensedSonic is going to do after this, right? Because again, he's got a lot of options to work with. As you can see, he's clearly putting in some hurt right there. That great life didn't get built up for no reason. But Lemus has something to say about it. He wants that health back. He wants the refund.
Ooh. Went for the punishable offense there, gets a nice wall rising. Now Lemus takes the round. Jeez, I wasn't expecting that much damage to come off of it, but dang, okay.
You know, hey, look, when it counts, Eddie will definitely deal out the damage. He will make it hurt.
I mean, those kicks look like they do hurt, so I guess I should have expected it.
My man was rolling him over and flipping him over like a patty, dog. He said, I am working at the Krusty Krab.
No, this is Patrick.
No, this is Patrick. No, this is Lemus. No, this is a combo for Claudio Serafino. Guess what? 66 damage. What's the Oki? There is no Oki. He didn't even sidestep after the gun got charged. One more
You
shot.
don't need Oki when you can just charge up your right hand into a Glock.
True, and that's why we're gonna die for it.
Just a little bit of a down back one to interrupt, gets the float and closes it out with the DP. And now he's just doing run up lows. He's in his head.
Well, this also got to keep in mind is that these two are only human and they can only play for so long without feeling that fatigue that might be settling in after some time right now. But again, both of these players, one of them is going to go over to fight Divine Exorcist, who is comfortably waiting in the grand finals, waiting to see who that opponent's going to be. And it might be LemusAlexander if they could just get one more hit to seal this round, which they do. And you know where we're at right now. Potential final game for Lemus. Final potential game for CensedSonic to play here tonight. So let's see who goes onward.
Where he gets the counter hit on the run in low, activating the heat. He wants it now. He's not going to let him go. He's got a huge combo to hit here. 2 charges. What's the mix up? Plus Prince now. Oh, he wanted all kip up attack now here. Gets floated.
Careful. 3-1. Heat engage time. Now it's Claudio's time to shine. Can they keep this tournament run going? Chooses not to spend the heat right there. Goes for the throw. Just sends it all the way through. And that's going to be the ticket to grand finals.
Here, let me stand on your shoulders here real quick and then send you out.
Let me dust you off for a second. Thank you for showing up tonight. You did wonderful, champ. We will see you next month.
Man. And that was like, I wouldn't say like a speed run because it did slow down and get kind of close there at the end, but it was a momentum heavy set because it started off, Alexander was just getting everything on his side. Then Sonic got a few things back going here in like game 2. He needed that stage change, kind of a nice little change of scenery. Those walls certainly helped. Then the Yakushima came in, neutral heavy, but then Alexander just said at the very end, nah, I think I'm ready to move.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. That's exactly what Scott said.
Yep. But man, we're getting ready now. It's grand finals time, man. And, well, unfortunately we won't get the Claudio Mirror run back, but we do get another Eddie versus Claudio. So if there's Eddie and or Claudio players in the chat and you learn this particular matchup, you're going to have a lot of reference material, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you got a whole lot to go back and look on, man. That reference material is going to be there until literally tomorrow, the next day. Look, it'll be here for a long time. I'm gonna just say that it'll still be here. You can find it on YouTube. Probably it's still gonna be on Twitch. Make sure you get that downloaded.
Yeah, I'm excited to see because obviously different Claudio player. This whole thing might play out a little differently depending on the decisions that they make versus Sonic. But hey, before we get that started, we got a couple of shout-outs we got to get going here before our last game tonight. Of course, we have the ultimate... Oop,
Before, this is gonna be our last set of the night. If you missed it, I am Mia M333. I'm the TO for tonight. Obviously a little tired, near the end of our tourney. But before we shout out other people, I would like to give a shout out to our commentators, Brickman and Kuwamoka. Did I get it right?
Yes, you got it right. Don't worry.
Okay.
You gotta say it how it's read, bruh. You gotta say it like you did it. You did it good. You did it good.
All right, Kuwamoko and Brickman. They have been here for the past almost 3 hours commentating these matches. They're so amazing. They devoted their time to help us get this stream up and running and keep y'all entertained. So big shout out to them. If you want to follow them on Twitter, Brickman's Twitter is man_Brickman with 2 N's. And then Kuwamoko is Kuwamoko_. So I'm going to type that in the chat if you want to follow them on Twitter. They're amazing people. Very helpful.
They're going to start talking shit about me.
Absolutely. After this set is over, it's time to trash the commentators.
You can get back at me for all the times I commentated cursed people, I guess, so it's only fair.
Yeah, but thank you guys for being here tonight. Y'all are awesome. By the way, so I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Not that decent. So during Combo Breaker, they released the next set of character/stage releases. Futurama is what I'm gonna call him right now. He's coming, and so is Armor King. Both thumbs down because, yes, like you said, I
What?
would have liked to see Julia. Rip. But
I mean,
imagine.
Armor King though.
I
Armor
don't
King is
know.
cool.
No thanks. I don't like to fight him, so maybe that's why I'm just.
That's not my problem. Hold this mix.
That's crazy.
It's not my problem. Hold
Skill
that.
issue? Question mark?
It's skill issue.
That's
And
crazy.
if I gotta get told skill issue, you getting told too. We all, it's equal rights around here.
Dang. But yeah, so what do y'all hope to see for the rest of season 2 coming out?
Armor King being top 1,
Oh my
and
god.
then an actually cool character being added for a new challenger, because it's supposed to be a new character. We have no idea what it's gonna be. It better be something good. I hope. I really hope it is.
I saw somebody
Yeah.
posted something with like potentially bringing in a DOA character, and I just don't think DOA just fights anywhere. Like that doesn't belong with Tekken, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't play like it, but I suppose you could translate a move list from DOA to Tekken. It just plays differently, obviously, but I don't know. I guess with the color, it could be Kasumi. That's kind of her
Oh my
color scheme, I
gosh.
guess. She
If
is like the
Kasumi-
poster
She's the
girl,
cheapest
though,
character.
If Kasumi comes into Tekken 8, I might just have some problems with this game again after we just thought we were doing fine.
If
You
if
got
they
your Armor
include Light,
King.
Nah, I don't care. I don't need her back. There's a reason. Look. There's a reason. There's a reason.
top 3 reasons why they should include Mila. 1, she's cute and she's awesome. 2, she does MMA, so if she's added, no Marduk. 3, she has a tackle, so I get to play it and not be Marduk.
All right. How about option C? They add La Mariposa, Lisa,
Okay, I get behind that. I'll get
I can
behind
take
that.
it. We
Like-
need a Rey Mysterio.
like an 82.0.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not even for the same fighting style, but like for the culture,
We-
and also
We can use that. We can use that. That's all I'm saying. We need that.
Lisa. But I hate Lisa, so I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, why? Okay.
It's just because she gets away with so much stuff, and the throws, like she can jump on your, kind of like King can like jump at you and just like grab you. It's so annoying. I just don't do well with grapplers, I guess.
Look,
Maybe that's a skill issue.
all I'm saying is, bruh, bring me my girl Hanukkah and we can talk.
Oh no.
She stole
Yes.
everybody's moveset. Crazy.
She finna steal all the Tekken players or Tekken characters' moveset too. We finna see her playing or doing stuff like Mole Gold in a minute. I'm telling you.
Dead.
What if they brought in Hanukkah and she was the what's the wooden robot called again in Tekken? The training doll?
Mokujin?
Dead.
Hanukkah
Yeah.
becomes the Mokujin of Tekken 8. Because she literally just copies all the moves, so she changes characters every round.
No, thank
Look,
you.
if we give us the Mokujin training doll back, please. I beg.
You know Harada's not going to do that. He hates legacy characters.
That's
Parada,
unfortunate.
if you're listening, don't listen to us. The only character you should be thinking of is the one that's not DOA. Please and thank you.
Yeah. I need you to bring Dante from DMC into the game.
Another sword character.
Mm-hmm.
After Clive. You want another sword character in this game after Clive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of crazy. Even though Clive is pretty cheesy. I don't know, but hopefully, like,
Hey man, look, that's not my look, man. All I'm saying is let Jim make craters.
Brit.
Why though? Why?
Why not? I mean, he can clearly do it. It's possible. Look, let him beat gods. All right, let him fight gods. It'll be okay.
All right.
We're gonna make Jin so overly powered. That's what we're gonna do.
Maybe down twos is not already good enough, or
No, not enough. Not enough. You know. We need more buffs. I need pictures of buff Jin right now.
First of all, wrong. But you know what we need more of? Speaking of, we need more Matcherino codes redeemed. You guys, this is
Yes.
a free tool. It costs you $0.00 and 10 seconds to log in, and you click, there's a blue claim code button right here that you click, and boom, it goes right into the Matcherino pot. Free 25 cents for our competitors. There's also some sponsor quests that give you extra if you want to subscribe to them or do the breakout ones. They also run Tekken tournaments just like us, and among other games too. And if you're feeling a little more generous, you can put in direct contribution of your own of any amount, however you'd like. But yeah, it's free to claim a code. We have 41 out of 50 remaining. That's crazy. So if you're in the stream, you have no excuse at all.
The modern day FGC is amazing because you can just do stuff like that and give free money. But then they also have people in chat who just won't do it, and we have to remind them that, hey, support your local scene, because otherwise you just don't get good ass Tekken like this as much.
Yep. And
Not
I'm
at
going to be
all.
blowing up the Discord following this tournament so we get all these codes redeemed. So if you are in here, consider this your warning.
That's ominous.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. What's also crazy is this bracket. This is top 8. Let me see if we can get this thing rolling. There we go. Yep, this is top 8. If you missed it, we did have all of these matches. We got most of these matches on stream, except for losers quarterfinal, but we had a lot of 2-0s until we got up to losers quarterfinal. We had a lot of 2-0s for the whole tournament. It was like quick matches. So if you missed it, we also are going to be posting the VODs on YouTube. Following the tournament, so yeah. But I'm gonna hand it over to our wonderful commentators. We're gonna get our last match of the night versus Divine and Lemus coming up soon. We're just waiting on Superstar Divine to get here. So Divine, if you're hearing us, get out of your other tournament and let's do this last set so we can all go to sleep.
And I had gamer subs to get ready for this. I ain't going to sleep anytime soon. I know I got that caffeine and creatine going through my bloodstream right now. I'm good. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into this as well. Well, with that being said, ladies and gents, folks, boys and girls across the world, we are finally getting ourselves started in just a few more moments. So do not go anywhere.
I guess we can maybe use this time to do one last shout out to our schedule looking ahead for XSF. What we got right here, what do we got? We got one-shot showdowns starting all the month of June, starting with Soul Calibur 6 next week, June 7th. All sets, first to ones. You gotta be ready to play right away. No warming up. Week after that, on June 21st, you got Tekken 8. And then, of course, on June 28th, we'll have Street Fighter. All the same rules, one shot, first to ones. So it'll be a great time. $100 US dollar prize pool for each one of those. You got a great incentive to go try these tournaments out, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more wonderful tournaments later on down the line. We got so many coming up. As a matter of fact, we just had DreamCon's Tekken 8 tournament happen over here in Houston, and we just got to see Joe Crush and Rhythm fight in grand finals of brother versus brother. So that was a blast to have happen out here. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else we got later on down the line, because these tournaments are gonna pop up and we're gonna be like just on it.
Oh,
Gotta be
speaking
ready.
of brother versus brother, Divine and Lemus are actually brothers.
Oh my gosh.
How about that?
So I feel like the match with CensedSonic was probably easier for him to win because his brother plays Claudio. They probably fight each
That
other all
makes
the
sense.
time.
Yeah. I wonder if they're in the same house, if there's some trash talking going on between rooms, you think?
I feel like if they are trash talking each other in those rooms, it's like they're not even trash talking. They're probably just trolling each other, doing the worst things to each other, like unblockable setups, constantly trying to hit them with lows, constantly making them guess. And you know, Joe is like either you're fighting Joe or you're fighting Jack, and that's always that's how it's always gonna be.
Yep.
Oh, Rhythm and Joe Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
That Jack matchup right now is absolutely insane in season 2, man. The noisemaker move that was added, oh, I still can't figure it out. It's just a
So,
good move, man. It, like, does Jack's taxes, it does everything for him, and he's like, what, +5 on it? I forgot the exact frame data.
You know, remembering plus frames is not easy.
No.
Remembering what's plus and what's not plus is not easy.
Especially not in a game where every character's got 100+ moves.
oh, by the way, you guys play Tekken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all like play competitively or just casually?
I wish I could play competitively. I know some of the stuff. Like, I'm not like a pick up and play player per se. But when I get against like some tournament players who know what they're doing, oof, that about it.
Yeah, I've been playing since 7, so it took a lot of growing when it came to competitiveness. I was definitely on top of myself back then. I feel like I'm slacking off so much more now than before. But I definitely still play this game. I still keep up with it because again, not only do I commentate for the game, but I mean I still want to enjoy this game. I still want to play with this game as much as for as long as I can because you know, eventually when I want to take a break, I'm going to be like, "All right, that was a well-deserved break." I'm going to come back and be like, "Yikes, I forgot I got to hold heat smash pressure again."
Yep. Like, the best way to get good at this game is to accept the fact that ranked mode is a terrible idea every single day that you play it, and the sooner you can get away from it, the better you'll be, the faster you'll get better at the game.
Yeah, it's all that matters at the end of the day because as long as we get better, that's what we are looking for as we step into our final match of the night. Players finally getting themselves readied up onto the screen here. Divine Exorcist going up against LemusAlexander coming from the loser side of things, and let's see how this turns out because right now we're seeing Lemus lowering that life bar, not intentionally by the way, just very, very good offense from Divine here.
Right now we're both seeing some small pokes come from players here, but okay, got a nice little counter hit punish there. And then he's going to get the wall, activate the heat here to get cash out. No, never mind, keeps going. It's Divine actually activating his heat. He gets the full string confirmed though.
Yes, he does. That was all on counter hit, so it made sense. And they got all their health back as well. It could have been over for Divine in just a few more interactions. But Lemus thankfully able to, or not Lemus, Divine able to thankfully slip away from the clutches of death right there. And oh my god, this damage is kind of nuts.
And that guard crush again, like, I know you have to kind of expect it now playing against Claudius, but the ability to change the timing and release on it, man, it changes it. It mixes you up so much.
Yes, it does. And that was the quickest duck I've ever seen coming out of Divine, by the way. We are already on round number 3. Lemus has no answer for the offense that is an onslaught from the Divine right here. Lemus got to figure out something, gets one good confirm, not on counter hit. But we're still in this, and I lied. We are no longer in this with back forward 2 being the reason that we're getting carried all the way over to the wall slightly.
Just kind of dropping it there at the end. Lemus finally getting some offense, but it's mostly just kind of like chip damage at this point. Divine's been the one who's able to confirm these big hits and the combos, and we're out the wall again. No heat to work with. What's the mix? Good block in the low.
Oh, didn't block that low. Got caught with the MIG. Divine's got to guess right one more time. There's back 1, and then a down forward 4 is all he needs to make that game 1 perfectly his.
And not a speed run, I would say, but still pretty quick game here in Divine's favor. And I mean, that Claudio offense, he was able to get those like confirms in and carry Lemus all the way to the wall. And Claudio, that's where he just wins games. You get to the wall, Claudio, you might as well just take the round right there.
That is definitely true. You got that right. But then again, he might have had like maybe plus 2 seconds on that victory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose so. Counter hit there though, and now we got a huge wall carry. Not enough to get to the breakable wall, but just staying back and punishing accordingly. Good blocking the low there. Lemus has been doing a really good job of like taking care of blocking that sidestep low. And as you can see here, blocking that left the opportunity to go downstairs, and now it's Lemus with the wall to his opponent's back. Calls the roll, hits him with the mid. Okay, finally on the board here now.
And then starts us off with a down for a 2-round start. That is just a crusher right there. I'm not too sure how to feel about that one. But either way, we're going to be seeing Divine putting in some hefty damage right here. And this is definitely tough for Eddie because, again, Claudio is all in his face. What a trade. And it still benefits Divine because guess what? They're still in front of your face. Back to once again. And ladies and gents, we got ourselves a round 3.
Lemus took 1 round. Divine took it personally. And then now, okay, I guess Lemus is actually going to take the momentum back in his favor. That's the carry, and that's 50% of their health bar gone, just like that. He's got 1 charge, and he's still got the wall on his side. Okay, good patience there, finally from Divine. Gets the punish. Just pressing buttons.
Oh, now, yeah, pressing the correct buttons to get that damage. We are already at 80-something. Is it going to be 100? Yes, it is. And I was so accurate with it that we are about to die for it. Oh, we could have. Now we're dead.
Charge up the hand into the Glock, and I thought that was for sure going to go in Lemus's favor, and then Divine just brought out 1 spicy combo, and then brought out the hand Glock. He's going to get it again here. Active the heat. What's the read now?
My man Divine downloaded this character like crazy. He has been ducking everything and is just accurate with everything that they've been doing. The damage, the punishes, the combos, all of that stuff. Like, look at where we're at right now. This is 2-0.
That Eddie just got turned into a pile of ashes on the ground there, unfortunately. Like, just absolutely blowing up.
We gonna need to get the instruments out for this one. We gotta power up our boy right now. We gotta call the ancestors on the master, but we gotta call the masters from previous eras.
Starting off right with just some quick 1-2-4 strings. He gets another carry here to the wall. Okay. Oh. Jumped out.
Okay.
Didn't see what happened.
Now we're fine. We got the launcher down for 1-2. Yep, the wall running punch to swap sides is gonna pop the heat to keep us trapped. Lemus with no response back at the moment. Actually, I lied. There is a response, but we're not dead just yet, though. This is not looking too good. That is so goddamn unfortunate, and we are gonna have to die for it.
Almost had a chance, but then the wall rising 3, I think. That's what it was, right?
Yeah. Either that or wall rising one of those 2 moves. It does not matter because guess what? Claudio is still landing all of these hits.
I think just like Lemus is playing like really aggro right now, and Divine's taking advantage of that and just countering everything he's trying to throw out. Lemus finally getting some offense here, but just Divine's taking his turn back with just some quick pokes, and then the Chaos Spear, and we're on tournament point.
It's hard to find an answer versus someone as strong as Divine here. Nice duck on the high. Once again, that's the 2nd time they've called that out. And now this is going to put us at the wall here. Pops the heat. He's going to get this Oki situation, making us guess mid and ducking with it as well. LemusAlexander doesn't want to give a singular answer back at all. And I get it. Blocks the low, but good launch right there. Still staying alive.
Does have heat to work with here if he wants to activate it. Gonna get the wall. He's gonna use the break here. Actually, good idea to say. Never mind, he dropped it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was too far.
Oh, okay, floating out of the air there, but blocking the low. Oh.
And then wall rising 1-1 will be taking that for the night. And it's going to be Divine Exorcist taking home the $102 prize pool immediately, all in his wonderful name. If splits didn't exist, right? Thankfully, they do. So the top 3 will be getting their payouts. And man, it was a pleasure being here for this Tekken 8 tournament tonight.
Absolutely, we got some spicy Italian good-ass Tekken with all the Claudio reps tonight, man. But, man, that character, that hand Glock especially, that move in particular, oh boy, time to lab it.
Yep, time to lab it. We got a lot to go over. We got a lot to look back on. All I'm saying is I might just start picking up Claudio now. He's busted. He's him. He's
a spicy boy. He likes posing. He's got the classic hand Glock. What's not to love about him?
I don't know. There's so much to hate, but there's also so much to love. You know what? I just like the fact that Claudio exists. This is the character that I want to see be in other games.
I could see it. I could see him like in a DMC style game.
Honestly, please, please, please!
He fights the demons, you might as well. So, he'd be a good addition. Alright, unless we have anything else to announce here, or from our TO, we're gonna probably wrap it up here soon, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just gonna shut up bracket one more time for top 8. Congratulations to Divine Exorcist. You are the first place winner of Extreme Fighter Showdown, the Tekken 8 tournament for May. So Divine, Lemus, and CensedSonic are the top 3. Congratulations to all 3 of them. They will be splitting up that pot bonus, so shoot me a DM with your Matcherino information so we can get you paid out ASAP. Also, another shout out to our wonderful commentators, Moko and Brickman. I put their Twitters in the chat, so you guys can give them a follow because they're awesome. Or if you were a TO and you're like, dang, these people are so amazing, I think I would want them to commentate for my event. I'm sure if you shoot them a DM, they would be happy to get in contact with you. But that is going to be it. Thanks again to our competitors. You guys are amazing. Most of you are ready to fight your matches. You did pretty awesome. No one was being sassy, so I love it. And then our last, there's still time to contribute to the pot bonus. If you click the blue claim code button, that puts in a free 25 cents. It's usually here, but it's grayed out because I already did mine. Or you could put in any amount. There's still 41 remaining. That's crazy. Same as like an hour ago, but there's still time to get them. But yeah, that is basically all that we have for today. Shout out again to our commentators. You guys are amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. And coming up next weekend will be our Soul Calibur 6 tournament for the PlayStation community. It is the start of our one-shot showdown. So if you click on the link that's in the chat from !register, you can go ahead and get yourself registered for Street Fighter, Tekken, or Soul Calibur this coming month. But that is all from us. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next week.